Was I in my journal? Was I right in like picking up that Garen seemed a little surprised when the void child thing called us Satyan and like included Garen in that?
Oh yeah, that's a good point actually.
Because I was like, it never
Was
really came
Garen
up,
and
and it's just like I always just am like, oh yeah, everyone that joins us is Zatyan, but it's like
oh wait, that's a good quote. That's a good point actually. Wait a minute.
because he
That
did
that is
do
actually
kind
a
of
really
like
good point.
you did go like, huh, like some
Yeah, because we
reaction.
never did have a conversation about that, so I guess
Yeah,
it
and
would be
Garen's still really
surprising.
new. Like it's been a few days, like right, like maybe a few weeks actually. Now that we've did training,
Has
but
it been a few weeks? I think it's actually been a couple. Actually, no, with the training,
it's
the
been a
training
week and
definitely
like
was
a
a week.
couple days. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, he is really new. Yeah, no, he'd be like, "What?" I mean, yeah, okay, that would, yeah, you're right. It is surprising because I have no clue what that means, or
yeah.
Garen doesn't know what that
But
means.
to his log, it's like he's obviously Satyan. I mean, he's been facing the same things that we've been facing and
Right, right, right,
doing
right.
just fine. So she just kind of assumed that he knew. But
Yeah, like, what does that mean?
yeah, yeah.
So, no,
I
that's a
just
good point.
wanted.
We can put that on the docket for
Okay.
what we have to go through today.
I always get these little like little small things that I always mean to bring up with other characters, and then sometimes I forget.
That's fair.
All right. I
Any word from our
messaged
bard?
Glenn. I'm still waiting to hear
Fashionably
back from him.
late.
Yeah. Hopefully I wake him up. He heard the ding on his computer. Maybe it woke him up from my message.
You should do the air horn.
Bear, bear, bear. No, it
Oh,
doesn't work. I can't. That would be bad if you
Give me his
said
number.
the air
I'll call
horn
him.
to people.
Yeah, instead of just pinging someone, you just like
DMs just bear, bear, bear. Be like, oh
most
my
obnoxious ping.
god. Yeah. What is going on? It'd be a little bit awesome, but also probably really trolly. Well,
Yeah.
I'm good.
give him a few minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm making food real quick. I just got back from work. No, it's gonna be another late night tonight, so Lou, I really apologize. I know you offered every single night to play Helldivers with me, every time after the game, and every time like I'm sorry. You know, I really want to play sometime. We will definitely play.
Well, I'll be playing tonight, so if you feel like it.
No, tonight I'm staying up. I'm staying up till 3 a.m. tonight because I have to work with my guy in India. So
All right.
I really apologize.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, well,
I used to have to do that stuff a lot more, but now I have a counterpart in Dubai, so he takes the Asia and you know the shifts that are like 12 hours off from me.
What sucks for us? I mean, this.
I need a DM counterpart. Just be like, all right, some random guy takes over from India, and I like just disappear for a while. Like go. Just like some other guy pops in. It's like, all right, you're heading towards Titania's courts. It's like, wait, what?
Well, actually, Lou would play like this. Oh, Lou told me this, actually. I would like to inform you that Lou and just be like that. Like, just a tour for like that.
Take advantage of my poor assistant. Like, actually, our DM said this to us. He's like, wait, what? He starts looking at his notes. You didn't tell me that.
Is Rat still DMing?
Yeah, he's still running games.
Cool.
He's got a pretty good number of games now.
Nice.
But no, we don't assist each other in that way.
Right. Yeah. Games are different stories. Yeah, the little bit of time that I did play with him, he like anything the players asked for, he gave. Like, you're much better at balance.
Yeah, I mean, Some people like that
I mean, that's not a
system.
bad thing. But I'm just saying, you know,
Yeah, some
observation.
people enjoy that. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure he makes things challenging too. Like he just has a different way of doing it.
Yeah, I only played with him for about 3 months.
I mean, because I think his players would get bored if all he did was give them what they want. You can only do that for so long, then it starts getting tedious. Alright, well, we might just get started. Let me know when your food's done.
Let's at least like get the recap over with and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
So if he does show up, then we can just dive right in.
Yeah, it is kind of a long one. Sorry.
Alright.
I'm sorry it's so long.
You're fine. You're fine. Don't apologize.
Garen, it would be your turn if you are willing.
Yep.
Alright. And Uslag, as the previous scribe, you want to give us a recap?
Sure. That's session 220, 34th of summer. Location, some unknown location in the Feywild. Cube existential angst. Something has been watching from the beginning and was here now. Was this some sort of reckoning? Whispers pierced our minds, recounting our various shortcomings and fueling our doubts. We saw your failures at Issyk. You failed to keep the portal safe. Your people hunted, forced out. The ones you couldn't save, the ones you hurt. Do you wish to save the realm or just yourself? Your sins are many. If the heavens couldn't save us, what hope is there for you? I called to the others not to listen to the voices, but as I tried to stave off the whispers, a breath drinker pulled the air from my lungs and I felt myself begin to unravel physically and metaphysically. Raldo was dead, having succumbed to the breath drinker. We could still save him. Could we, though? I just had to hold on. To what? I kept fighting, allowing the Raven Queen to take the reins a bit. My body was being held together by shadowy strands of her power, but I was close to giving in to the doubt sown by the voices. I simply am not strong enough. I'm not enough. I'm not even whole. Seeing me struggling, Estrella appeared next to me, but was grabbed by the Shoggoth. She fought against the tentacles and discordant piping of the aberration. With some effort, she was eventually able to reach out to me with restorative magic in her fingertips. It was comforting, and I felt myself become whole again. As whole as anyone missing a part of their soul can be. The scholar, Maristra, returned from the darkness where she had fled, calling out about force magic and sending force missiles at the breath drinker grabbing at me. This allowed me to finish it with one necrotic infused blow as I was about to drink my breath again. The only one who takes my breath away is Glenn.
Aww.
Cringe. Speaking of Glenn, he was in danger, as he was still held and confused by the shrieking song of the Shoggoth. I flew up and struck at the tentacle holding him, only to have my sword slide off its rubbery hide. In turn, the aberration grabbed me. It rolled up to Garen with all three of us in its grasp and scooped us up as well, but not before Garen destroyed the breath drinker that killed Raldo. Its essence was carried off into the darkness with the rest, likely to feed the miasma and spawn another aberrant monster. Glenn shook off the confusion and whistled a song. I was surrounded by golden ethereal armor as the music wrapped around me, fortifying my vitality. It shielded Garen as well, who was looking rough. Estrella misty-stepped out of the Shoggoth's grasp, running to Raldo. She restored the damage to his presence and began preparing magic to call his soul back before it crossed the veil. Raven Queen guide him. The wizard retreated, frustratingly, into the dark forest in the opposite direction of the rest of the group, and the Shoggoth followed with us in its grasp, leaving Estrella and Raldo in the dark. We desperately fought the huge monster. I switched to the maul given to me by Bellic. It bounced off its hide, but it did do some damage at least. The radiant energy left a searing brand. Glenn shook off the confusion and dealt punishment to the monster in the form of a psychic lance, which had the surprising bonus of making it drop us to the ground. With the aberration incapacitated, Garen let loose on it. A few moments later, it was defeated, taken down by a volley of missiles from Maristra. Garen seemed miffed by this. I don't think Glenn's plan to set those two up is going to work out. We couldn't see Estrella, but we heard the piping of a second Shoggoth, and then a horrific squelching, and the thud of something massive falling to the ground. We all rushed over. As we did, Glenn summoned an aura of healing energy around him. With the aura restoring a bit of our vitality, we all gathered near Estrella, where she stood protectively in front of Raldo. She was looking at something at the edge of the firelight, but our focus was on Raldo. He was alive. She saved him. Glenn sent a little extra healing to him, and I began pulling healing potions from the bag of holding, before we spotted the other being in our midst. It had the form of a child, but the air of something ancient and unknown. It watched us curiously. I landed cautiously right before it. Something in its gaze as we regarded each other made me shiver. I didn't speak to it, but Glenn spoke up, addressing the being gently and calmly, almost as one would a child, though his words suggested he knew, as we all did, that this was no child. Raldo asked its name, but it said it had never had one, so Glenn called it Ted. It seemed to like that, and it did help take the edge off how spooky this was. Ted addressed us as Zatyan. Glenn asked how it knew that, and it pointed out we had an aura. Garen looked taken aback by this. I know he's still new, but has he not picked up that he's Zatyan too? We asked Ted what it was, and it said it was the void. Hence the familiar feeling. It mentioned it was pulled through by the magic of the Red Wizard. It didn't know why. We pointed out the void's presence was causing harm to this plane, which it did seem sorry for. Estrella asked how we could send it back, but the void child said we needed to destroy the magical lock. It looked to what, until now, I had assumed was a fancy magical campfire created by the now deceased Phoenix Guild wizards. Because, of course, they would. Glenn and Estrella asked if he would help us, but the void, Ted, like every other powerful being we've come across that knows about this, said if it interfered, it would have consequences. With some convincing and talk of free will with Glenn, Ted told us a disintegrate spell would be useful when dealing with the magical seal, though it suggested we leave now or we would surely die. Seemed to think that would be kind of interesting to see. Glenn asked if Ted could at least lend us some of its power to help break the lock. It said that might kill us, but if it was to distribute it amongst all of us. However, more breath drinkers started to coalesce in the dark murk. The fire started to grow bigger. From what we could hear in the darkness, the numbers were stacked against us. Without hesitation, Glenn began to prepare his teleportation magic. However, Ted, looking surprised and intrigued by its actions, countered the magic, and likely our chances of getting out alive. It apologized and said someone wasn't playing by the rules. The shadows began closing in on us. Was this it? Glenn stepped up to Ted, and without his usual flair, stabbed it where a heart would be if it had one. My breath caught, worried about the repercussions for attacking this powerful being, but Ted went limp. Glenn called for us to stay close and started to prepare another portal. We just had to hold off the breath drinkers until he was done. I raged. Garen called for me to take the kid with us. No time to consider the wisdom of this. I lifted it and unfurled the wings of my raven cloak, ready to fight or flee. Estrella eyed the fiery seal a moment, not accepting defeat yet, but Maristra reminded her of the wall of force. If only we had our disintegration potion with us instead of at the tower. Estrella turned reluctantly away from the fire, pulling the wizard toward Glenn just as the breath drinkers reached her. Then, a portal opened at the edge of the circle of firelight. The void child I held disappeared, but I was distracted from that as a beautiful fey woman stepped out of the portal. She was just like in the tales told around the fire when I was a child. We are in the Feywild, but coming across Titania, Queen of the Summer Court, was not what I expected in this moment. Still, the timing couldn't have been better. Queen Titania immediately cast down a rain of light where we were grouped. It turned dark and held off the breath drinkers. I pointed out to Glenn who this was, and his eyes lit up. Titania beckoned us through the portal. Estrella still wanted to break the rune to stop more void coming through, but even Titania stated there was nothing to be done, though she did step closer to study it. Glenn inspired Titania, assuring her if this could be stopped, surely she would be the one to do it. She smiled at this. He then made his way to the portal, as we all were, but stopped short, looking on with awe. Surely Glenn will tell an epic tale of this moment someday. I stepped through and waited on the other side, and a keep of some sort by my cursory glance, but I was anxiously watching the portal and counting the seconds until Glenn and the others stepped through. 6 seconds felt like an age. But they did come through, with Titania and her soldiers. She seemed pleased. In the moments after Uslag stepped through the portal, Titania had decided to try destroying the miasma, spawning the Breathbrinkers, and called for them to lend some of their magic. So instead of stepping through behind Uslag, they stayed and channeled magic until Titania was successful. Titania welcomed us to Fort Revkar. She told us she would have come sooner had she known she could help us, but something had triggered several points of corruption throughout her lands at once. We had but a few moments to quickly share what the Void Child told us. There wasn't even time for introductions before she was called away to assist Oberon in holding back more encroaching corruption. She thanked us and asked us to stay so her people could let us know how we could help before striding away. We were safe for the moment. Though we were unable to save the Phoenix Guild wizards or stop the corruption in that area, we did manage to find ourselves in the presence of one of the few in the Fey realm who had the resources, power, and knowledge to stand a chance against this corruption. MVP Estrella.
All right, thank you for that recap. So we can pick things up where we left off. It is the 34th of summer at 9:30 a.m. So we are at Fort Revkar. Titania has left, but 2 figures remain. 1 man, 1 woman. You actually, does one of you have knowledge nature?
Yes.
Uslag does, and
so anyone with knowledge
Estrella.
nature might recognize these people. But they are looking to each other and speaking in a concerned manner.
Uslag's still just watching after Titania, like, wow.
She walks away with a bunch of the Haladrin. Alright. So you're not sure.
You have to be trained in nature, or
Yeah, Uslag's trained.
Or have something in your background that might give you insight to who these people are.
Yeah, Glenn just like Glenn puts a hand on Uslag's shoulder and
Like
leans in. It's like, oh, fucking Titania.
Glenn
Yeah, she's
has
something, huh?
Yeah, like Glenn has the thing that gives him half proficiency in everything, right?
Yep, jack of all trades.
Yeah, so something like that, or just something in your background that's connected to the Feywild. But they speak to each other in a concerned manner. I don't know if anyone would understand their language. Let me double check.
yeah, I doubt they're talking in Abyssal. So
No, they're not. Definitely not talking in Abyssal.
that's like the one language that me, Garin, and Mal know.
Does anyone speak Sylvan?
Yes.
Okay, so then they seem to be discussing all the recent portals where the chaos has started to flow through. They're talking about what might be good next steps. For some reason, they have not spoken directly to you all yet. They seem to be arguing a little bit. What do you guys want to do? A couple of the Eladrin are kind of looking back and forth. Several of them looks like are going elsewhere to handle some other thing that may have come up. But yeah, the 4 of you, or I guess 6 of you, are just kind of standing in the main hall of this keep.
I would just look to the others and say, yeah, I mean, do we need to rest, or should we offer to help with other, see how else we can help?
That was quite a battle. It's been a while since we really had to push ourselves. I had to push myself like that.
Yeah, it's pretty dicey there for a moment. I can't speak to
And
that.
with
Raldo,
how
are you
much,
okay?
especially everybody.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Glenn.
Oh no, I was just saying, especially with how much everybody's been drained. from those little shits, I think rest is definitely in order.
So Boulder Bottom seems he seems a little nervous, but he nods. He says, "Yeah, I guess I am. It was a strange experience. You saved me, Granny. Thanks. I owe you
I do
for
what I
that."
can.
He says, "You sure do."
You gave us quite a fright. I tap him on the shoulder.
Boulder Bottom.
Indeed,
you,
I was most worried that you that my attempts to bring you back would fail as they did with Eli.
Oh, you all are gonna make me blush. He smiles. He says, "I'm glad you are so worried about me, but I knew you all had my back."
Your family, Raldo.
I've never asked before. What do you believe in, Roldo?
Believe in? Not much
As
of
far
a,
as God.
Yeah, I'm not much of a religious dwarf. Maybe a little bit more than when I was younger, but ever since I took to the woods, it's more been worship of Gaia, the Earth Mother. Same as a lot of the druids. They're the ones that taught me, so I sort of picked that up from them. He says, but,
I mean, are we, out of character, are we, using Revivify? In Revivify, I know some people some games use it more as like kind of a battle patch instead of or was he actually dead? And Revivify is actually revive, or is it more like a battle patch?
He was dead, but the timing was enough where his soul was still close by. I guess after a minute, your soul is kind of taken by one of the, the Raven Queen ambulance comes and it's like, all right, time to go, and then you're like,
yeah, Usal could tell you all more about that moment between.
Yeah.
As long as you get the body back into a state where the soul doesn't need to be shipped off.
Did you see anything, Boulder Bottom?
Says, no, it was a strange feeling, losing connection to myself. Says, the creature pulled at me, and I almost felt like I was forced out of myself through my own mouth, but I didn't see anything. It was just a feeling. I don't know how to make that make sense, but it was very, very disconcerting. I don't know. I thought that was it, but I wasn't. Thanks to you all.
And finally, how did the name Boulder Bottom come by?
Kind of gives you a bit of a look. He says, "You're suddenly interested in my name?" He says, "You are getting soft on me, Glenn. One brush with death."
Well, I asked you in jest, but I realized that if you're not around to say, we'll never know.
Says, it's fair. Well, I was orphaned pretty young. Didn't really have a family. Growing up, I was in the mountains and fell on my ass a lot. I was kind of clumsy. So some of the kids started calling me Boulder Bottom because I'd hit my bottom on the boulders when I fell. After one time in particular. Name kind of stuck, and I don't know, I just kind of kept it. It always made me chuckle a little. Never had a family, so, what the hell?
It's touching, yeah. Yeah.
Good names in.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of some onions here. I don't know what's going on.
So just pats Raldo on his shoulder. Glad you're here.
Yeah.
When officers
glad I'm here too.
In the arms of an angel.
You start doing a little bit of and the other NPC says, yes, I'm glad you're all right too, Boulder Bottom. I wanted to thank you all for saving me. I thought for sure I was toast there. So,
Who are you?
Thank you again.
I imagine just me and Glenn both just swivel our heads and like perfect synchronization.
Yeah.
after.
Uslug sort of gives her a withering look as well, just kind of.
She says,
Oh, you.
I know, I'm sorry. I know I ran off during the battle. I was unsure of myself, and I didn't know if I had the right spells to even help. I ended up having to fight off one of them in the brush anyway, so it was foolish of me. I'm not really battle tested. Most of my experience is in the library. I don't know why he sent
Can't
me
all
with
be
you.
warriors.
Glenn, like, squints his eyes and he looks dead at her and he says, you should really thank Estrella, because she is the reason that you are drawing breath right now.
So I know
Because if Boulder Bottom had passed and we had not been able to resuscitate him, you would have been next.
Give me a intimidate, I guess. Oh, who's doing notes today? That was Garrett.
Yeah, I mean,
Don't get sure that was the thing.
Give me intimidate.
Okay, I'm trying. It's just
I assume you're trying to intimidate her.
yeah. It's hold on. Why is it not fucking rolling? Yeah, that's crap.
So she just nods and she says, "All I can do is offer my apologies. I don't think I would have been able to forgive myself if your friend had died and I hadn't been more of a help."
I just
And,
I snort.
as,
Just rudely interrupting her and say, she would just run off. Hey, I too. I love to just go frolic in the middle of the field, just run away in the middle of combat when we're all out there and dying. What were you thinking? You told us. You were the one who told us in the territory that we're going to, and you just ran away and left us. Who does that?
I'm sorry. I just failed. I'm really sorry. If there's anything I can do to make it up, I will of course do my best.
I think you're probably best served in the
Give us all your money.
libraries.
So she goes to reach into her pocket.
No, Uslug just
when
slaps her like he doesn't mean it.
While as she's doing that, a voice says, "Well,
Oh.
hello there." There's a large seemingly elven woman stands over you. Probably one of the larger elves you've seen. You're guessing she's like 6 foot. So not super tall, but definitely tall for an elf. She says, I'm sorry, it's taken me a minute to speak with you. I was having a bit of a disagreement with my coworker. Or would be a good not coworker, but like
Colleague?
colleague. That's what the word is.
Comrade?
My colleague over there. She says, "I am I'm Linrail Dawn Whisperer." Or sorry, Linrail. Am I pronouncing this right? I think it's Linrail Dawn Whisperer. She says, "I am the voice of Titania's court." She does not have the lute out right now, though. It's on her back. She says, "I don't know too much about what you saw over there, but I do have some knowledge of the things that are occurring throughout the Feywild." She says, "While our people have been investigating these corruptions for several seasons, this was the first time that they all seemed to react, and all at once from several different places." She says, "But
Yes, it very much seemed like a coordinated, planned attack of some sort.
He says, yes, it took us off guard. We moved as quickly as we could to seal the corruption, which is why it took us a while to come and help you. I'm just glad that you're all right. I mean, the amount of power that this corruption has, it seems like most normal people would have been destroyed by it. So it speaks to...
Good thing we're not normal people.
She nods. She says, indeed, it doesn't seem like you are. She says, the auras coming off you are strange and interesting. She says, but I've been left behind to assist you. She says, Titania wanted you to have use of this old fort as a place of rest and possibly a base of operations to help us. I believe she'll return once things are under control, if things get back under control. But whatever the case, I am here to be of aid to you. She says, that man over there is Thornhelm Briarwarden, one of Titania's greatest champions. The man she was talking to. He stands at also kind of an impressive 5'10", which is tall for an elf. Not as tall as the voice, but also seems like a big person, at least in terms of elves. She says, do you have any questions or anything I can... is there anything I can do to help you at the moment? I know you must be suffering from several effects. Perhaps I can help you cleanse those.
Oh,
Give
that'd
us
be
a
Oh yeah, that would. Thank you so much.
She nods and says, of course. But do you have any questions for me, or is there any...
Well, I'd be interested in knowing pretty much everything you all have discovered about this and the Shadowlords.
She says, well, we don't know too much about how the Shadowlord is involved in this, though it does seem like his people are the ones responsible. He says the corruption seems to be one of draining. It seems to be siphoning energy off the Feywild, and because there's so much energy, it's taking quite a bit of power from our realm. I don't know what it's being used for, though, which makes me
We
concerned.
could probably share. We do.
We have had a few encounters with plots of these Children of Shadow and of the Shadowlords themselves in the past, and in several of them, the goals was to collect life energy into crystals that could be used to power magic technology. Perhaps they are using what they're siphoning from the Feywild in a similar way.
Crystals. You speak of soul stones, the elf says as he walks forward.
Indeed.
That's what I thought this might be. Lyriel, this is much more dangerous than I thought. These crystals can be used for quite the array of deadly trinkets, many from the old Nightweather courts, she says.
And I would relay to him, or to them, I would actually say, since he knows of soul crystals, I would go ahead, unless anyone in the group stops me, I would go ahead and explain the ritual that we stopped in New Havasgard, the after effects of Isik that Uslog has told me of, and that and the plot in the mountains with the Everlasting Ones.
So you start spinning a tale. You're taking over Glenn's job.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm not.
Usually it's
I'm not
Uslog's
really,
job, actually.
I'm sharing intel,
Sorry.
not so much entertaining or anything.
All right.
Or convincing.
I won't make you recap everything. I'll just say you spent some time telling them. If there's anything you want to leave out, let me know. Otherwise, I'll just assume.
I wouldn't leave out any specifics, but those 3 topics, just to kind of reiterate that the Shadowlords and the Children of Shadow are definitely looking for ways to gather this life energy into soul crystals, or these are the plots we know about, but they're surely continuing to experiment with new possibilities or come up with new techniques.
All right.
You see out of the corner of your eye Actually, what's Estrella's passive perception? It's pretty high, right?
Yeah.
19.
Out of the corner of your eye, you see Glenn frown a little bit. Like he crosses his arms over his chest and frowns a little bit. He's like, "I wanted
He's
to tell
like,
the story."
well, and then she just starts
Oh.
talking. He's like,
Sorry, sorry.
puts his instrument away. He's like slowly
I guess,
pulling out
yeah,
his accordion as if he's, getting ready.
I was certainly not trying to tell it in a flowery or embellished or entertaining way. I was more sharing some intel because as soon as he seemed like he was familiar with soul crystals, I'm like, okay, this guy, might be a good ally to work with.
He just grumbles under his voice. He's like, "I want to be a lot more entertaining than that."
like blow, those little
Perhaps
those little whistles to get like the tone. He's like, boo, and he's about to start, and then she's like, well, and just starts going into, like in her raspy voice, the story. He's like, all right. Sorry, go ahead. What were you saying?
That's all.
All right. So Glenn, with
Yeah,
a little bit of resentment, crosses his arms and like maybe does a little sigh. As the
Uthlag nudges them and it just says, "You'll tell a better tale once maybe Titania is here to hear it."
Well, they called you. I had a question about that. I mean, I think may have heard the term before, but they called you guys Zatian, or am I one? How does what is that?
So you kind of whispering this as she's talking.
No, I say that out loud.
Are you doing this while she's doing the kind of recap to Lyrael?
Oh, after the recap. Sorry, no.
Okay, so you kind of wait. As she is talking, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, Lyrael? Lyrael begins to hum slightly, which after a moment echoes almost like this grand, like amazing sound vibrates through you all. And anyone under an ill effect, you would basically have a greater restoration effect cast on you.
Oh, okay. So that would take care of like the life, like the decreased temp or decreased max HP as well, right?
Yeah, it almost feels like a vibration through your whole self. Like not a normal vibration, almost something deeper, like spiritual. Very warm feeling. So yeah, about half an hour passes as you finish up, and both of them are kind of nodding now. And Thornhelm says, that explains a lot. He says, much has happened in the shadows of Gaian, where our spies were not able to catch any of this. He says, you think some of the Shadowfell allies would have given us more information. And what is Garen saying?
What are Zatian? That kid, or that Night Weather said that we're Zatian, or you guys are Zatian. Am I Zat? What is that?
Uthlag just kind of gives him like a, oh yeah. I guess this never came up. But yeah, it's pretty clear that you're Zatian like us.
I am.
Yeah. I think we tend to gravitate the Zatian towards each other. So I kind of
what
just
does that mean?
assumed you were. Guess you have a similar fate to ours, if you choose to follow it.
I have a fate. What do you mean?
From what I understand, I mean, there's been a few mysterious or powerful beings that have hinted at this, but nobody explains things, as you know, with any clarity. But from what I've gathered, there seems to be some sort of predisposition towards having great effect on the times in which you live, and somehow we are swept up into that role. But I'm not sure if I understand why some beings simply recognize us while others, know nothing of this Zatian.
Lyrael says, the life force of Zatian burns brighter than most, and they are blessed with an overwhelming sense of purpose. Not much is known about the true the true, I guess, purpose of the Zation, but they have existed for many, many thousands of years. She says, you all are among these people?
A number of encounters have identified us as such, but we ourselves have no way to confirm it, other than to simply believe what we've been told.
I have met Zation in the past, though it has been a long time since my path crossed with one. Thornhelm.
So you are unable to... I'm sorry, go ahead.
She says Thornhelm actually fought several of them many hundreds of years ago. He nods.
Fought them?
He says it was a hard battle. Their powers were impressive. I did manage to kill 2 of them and the others fled. He says they were, at least the ones that crossed my path, they were not good beings. She says not all of them are. They're just impactful. Some for worse than better. She says, but I'm sorry, I distracted you. I have some ideas as to what our next step should be. But I did want to mention, while I am here seeing it, Glenn, you have been infected by a lie. She says, were you in contact with a hag?
Yes, I was.
Who's looks eyes?
She says,
I don't mean to laugh.
the hag's voice has cursed you, though I'm not sure exactly the nature. Perhaps you
Fucking
broke a
bitch.
promise? What?
Sorry, no, Uslag just.
But
I do
It's her turn to sigh and cross her arms.
I do the yikes look at you know.
She says, unfortunately, because of how you acquired this, I cannot remove it. There are some contracts even beyond my ability to dispel. She says, I just wanted to warn you. It could be dangerous. You might want to slay whatever creature put this on you, or at least figure out how. Go ahead.
Are you able to ascertain any details of the curse?
Yeah, what's the nature of this? It was the mushroom? You didn't eat the mushroom, did you, Glenn?
No.
She says, I am the truthful voice of Titania, the official oath speaker. I can see oaths, but I cannot necessarily undo them. She says, especially this one. This oath was not done through trickery. It seems like a lie was involved.
I look at him, it's like, someone was really confident they would put one over on the hag.
She says, in any case, I'm sorry.
Slug just looks worried.
I wish I could tell you more about it, but I just, at this point, I believe that you'd have to write things with this hag in order to remove it. But I don't know what that would involve.
Kill her, you said.
She says Titania might be able to do something about this. I can inform her, and maybe when she returns. She says, do you know the hag that put this on you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, do you have...
He's also got a lich in his head.
You hear a voice
I
say,
give a weird
that
look,
old
huh?
lady talks too much.
I give a weird look, huh?
So minor.
I sigh and cross my arms.
I assume you weren't able to get the true name of the hag, but do you have any idea what hag put this on you, her identity? Or at least her
Did she go
station?
by...
Malakara.
Did she give us-
She says the archhag.
Yes.
My, you all have been busy. That would make
I
sense.
remember her name.
That's that would make sense with how powerful this is.
You also made the acquaintance of a death druid?
Death druid.
Yeah, sort of a more pestilence oriented.
She says one of the hang on. What other names?
I'm trying to remember his name. I'm trying to find his name. Let's see.
That was I think that was a Pestilence Druid. But let me double check what the name was for them.
Was it Dalreese? Was that?
That was his
him?
name.
Yes.
I'm trying to remember or figure out what his order was. I think it was Pestilence Druid, like a very powerful one. Or Blight Druid? Was it Blight Druid? No, it wasn't Blight. That was a different one. Alright, well, she says, I'm familiar with his, with the type of druid. The name escapes me, though. I don't think he is someone of note in the Feywild. This was a humanoid. A human?
Perhaps. Not real sure.
I'm
He
not
was working
sure.
with the corruption in some capacity.
Jesus, really? Interesting. No, I can't say I know who he is. Thornhelm says, well, if he is part of the Blight, it might be best if we were to either send him back to Gaian or put him down.
He seems to be studying the Blight, but he has taken some of the Blight into himself in that study of it. So, we weren't real sure what to think of him.
He says, sounds like a dangerous individual. Well, Pestilence Druids are a dangerous group. Wish I could find. Yeah, it was Dalreese. I found the name, but what was he? She says they still sometimes seek balance just through much stranger means. Did you get a sense if he was in the services of the Shadowlord or any of the Children of Shadow?
No, actually, the opposite. But I don't know that that necessarily means that his purposes align with ours. But he seems more interested in understanding the corruption than necessarily. He might want to control it. I'm not sure. What did you guys think? I'll kind of look over to Glenn and Garen and Uslag.
Uslag like shakes her head. She's kind of was just lost for a moment. Yeah, she looks just concerned and pissed off. Yeah.
Strange guy. Yeah, I mean, he's, kind of, I thought he was kind of like a death druid. He was like, no, this is not mine, but I can control it, but actually it might take over me. You really couldn't put two and two together, this guy,
Yeah, he actually.
I mean, it was...
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, he was trying to, we were trying to pick, between him and Malakara, who do we trust less, and he wasn't exactly inspiring a ton of confidence either.
So he was enemies with Malakara, Thornhelm says, now kind of scratching his chin a little.
Yes, he
Interesting.
was eager. Yeah. He was actually he wanted us to work with him and against her, but we did not accept either option.
He says, do you think you can show me where this druid is? Ariel says that might be hasty, Thornhelm. We should get more information before we make moves like attacking this person. Besides, there is a bigger problem. She says one of our ancient beings we worry may have been corrupted in this attack. She says, are any of you familiar with the Behir?
Would we be?
There is that would be, I want to say that would be an Arcana check.
Why does that sound familiar?
Oh my god. It's rolls.
Rolls.
No idea.
As well, they are ancient creatures of great strength, connected to the storms and lightning. And as he speaks, Lyriel starts to hum, and you start to see an underground area in your minds. as almost as if you were there. There is a great rumbling as a gargantuan creature comes into view, moving through the tunnels quickly towards you all. He says, Zarathun the Stormcoil, one of the great and powerful Beheers of the Feywild. We think that his song has gone quiet due to a corruption that may have occurred during this attack. She says if he truly has been corrupted, then he will be, and you kind of see like as he comes towards you, the image fades and you're kind of standing there again. And he says he would be a great danger to the Feywild and a possible asset to those who brought this corruption upon us. She nods. I'm in agreement with Thornhelm, although we disagree on how it should be handled. We would like
What are the options that have been discussed?
She says, well, I would like to know more about the nature of his corruption. Thornhelm believes this would be a good time to finally put him down while he is weakened. Thornhelm says he is a danger to this realm, even when he is not corrupt. She says, but he has stayed far below the surface in his own kingdom. Even though his Beheer can sometimes be a problem for our people on the surface, he himself has not acted against us. We should try to save him from the corruption. He shakes his head and he says, doing so could get our people killed. It's best we just put him down while he's distracted by this disease he's contracted.
Is he a natural inhabitant of this realm, or how did he come to be here?
Yes, he has existed in the underground areas of the Feywild for a long time.
So he is in his own rightful home and has never bothered your people. I think I rather agree with the plan to learn more of this and see what can be done before acting too rashly and violently.
Thornhelm says his children have been a nuisance to us, and they have killed our Eladrin as well as our people on the surface. While he himself has not condoned these attacks, he is a danger, especially if he becomes fully corrupt. Who knows what would become of him? Then we'd have to fight him in all his power.
I mean, we encountered a bear in the wilds of your jungle, and he tried to defend his territory. It seems pretty instinctual that some of these children might at times, but it does not sound evil to me.
Lyriel smiles and says, I'm glad that you see reason, Estrella. He shakes his head. He says, you take a risk not putting him down now, but Titania told us to assist you, so whatever you think is best. She says, once she says, it may come to that, Thornhelm, but we should at least send them to get an idea of the fate of Zarathun. Once you all are rested and recuperated, of course.
And this is the what you believe to be the most useful thing that at this moment to in the fight of this against the corruption.
She says this is an ancient being of great power, and while I don't feel he should be put down right away, if he is corrupt and if the corruption is allowed to manifest without being cured, we could very well see him reach the surface and cause mass devastation.
Okay.
He's not a god, but he is close to one, at least in his full power.
The restoration magic that you performed just now was very, very impressive. And I wonder if you or anyone with some knowledge like yours might accompany us and be able to consult with us as we decide whether there is a way to stay any corruption in this creature.
She says, I can send one of my servants with you. It would be dangerous for I myself to go near this creature, for if he is corrupt, the corruption could spread to me. I do not have the protections that the court or the Titania has. She says, myself and Thornhelm are both susceptible to these corruptions.
I see.
So we must be cautious about approaching those who might be infected.
Well, I look to the rest of the group. We did intend to. When we first came to this plane, we sought to connect with Shaith, and at this time, I have concerns still that she may be in more danger than was let on. And now we learned that the hag has done something to Glenn. How do we feel about embarking on yet another mission, or do we believe we should return to the hag or to the death druid or something else entirely? What are your thoughts?
She says, well, I believe that this scouting mission into Zarathun's realm is of the utmost importance now that we know he has been infected with this blight. Once we have more information, I mean, you don't have to fight him or kill him at that moment. Though if we assess him to be beyond saving, that might be the best action. Most likely, you'll just have to fight some of his children, the Behir who live down there. And then once we have a better understanding of his condition, I can have you come back. And then we can make plans from there. I can call you back to the fort.
I would look to the rest of my group and kind of pose the question again. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Uslag would just look to Glenn. Just kind of concerned. We should get this taken care of.
She says, I think we can afford a day to recover, but beyond that, I think it's dangerous to not at least assess the ancient Behir's condition. She says, still, I am not your warden. If you wish to go elsewhere, I can send you. I just fear for our fate if Zarathun does emerge from below fully corrupt. She says, I might have to send some of my Fae and risk infection.
Oh, we have a bit to discuss.
She says, of course, you're all probably tired. Why don't I have one of my people show you to your rooms? She says, we will be here when you are ready to talk next steps. She says, would you like some music to relax you as you slumber?
We've got a bard.
You say we've got bard?
we've got a bard.
we've got bard.
No, I said I'm a bard. I know how to speak. Sometimes.
Says, well, and she pulls out her lute. She says, if you tire of the song, you can just banish it from your minds. And as she plucks a string, you all start hearing a lovely melody in your minds. It's very relaxing.
Very interesting.
And the Eladrin smiles and says, follow me, please. As he walks away.
Glenn, are you here? Are you here right now? I'm not sure if he's sleeping or not.
The music was too relaxing.
I guess so.
All right. Well, we'll say you retire to a sleeping area, which is fairly, it's not the fanciest place that you've been, but there's nice beds here. Some vines growing on the walls. It's a very relaxing area. There's a fountain here as well. But yeah, you are alone finally, as you all kind of probably collapse on the cushions that are in here. What do you
Wow,
wanna
that
do?
was a little tiring,
Yeah.
actually. Whew.
A little.
Lots
That
happened
was
in the
tiring.
Feywild. Boulder Bottom says.
Now we have. Knew that fucking hag was trouble.
Some
Can
kind
we
of
can we
curse
kill her?
on you.
Yeah.
Says,
I mean, well, it'll all work itself out.
Slug just kind of like goes up to Glenn and just kind of looks him in the eye and studies, like looking for any sort of like sign of like a curse. She just doesn't know what she's looking for, but she's just like, "Do you feel okay?"
that's not how it works, lass.
Like-
Boulder Bottom says. At least not from
Well-
what I've been told.
What kind of curse is it? How are we supposed to know? She's just,
As well.
beside herself a little.
Hag curses some of the Dragonborn curses. They're given by people with some kind of innate power, and then just bad things happen to you. It's not something you control. It's just bad luck, is how I've heard it described. Though I don't know how it would work for like an archhag.
Damn it, Glenn. She's just kind of paces around.
No, we'll just have to go back and face the archhag and get her to take it off.
Maristra says, I don't wish to correct you, Boulder Bottom, but I will say that the curses that you're talking about, like old I want to say gypsy curses, but like those types of curses, she says, those are a lot less dangerous than something an archhag might do. But yes, it could be similar. We're in a situation where you really need to be lucky. Bad luck could strike you, which could result in death or other horrible things happening to you. It's a little bit more serious than just an old wives' tale curse. She says, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to bring the mood down. That's just what I assume this is. She just kind of goes quiet and sits there again.
No, I'll have to go back and get uncursed. Then.
I will put that old hag in her place. Demand she takes the curse off Glenn. We don't need him getting killed at an inopportune moment. We've had enough of that today. He winks.
He's like just kind of sits down, exhausted.
Alright, so yeah, what do you all want to do? Are we just passing time in here?
What time is it? What time of day?
It is... I'll say at this point it's about 10:30.
Is the
It's pretty early still.
is the elf lady still with us?
No, Lyriel has left.
Okay.
It's just you and the group
Is
in
there,
this chamber.
Well, I guess we should rest for the rest of the day, but we need to decide what we do when we awake tomorrow. Do we go check out this storm coil, or do we go return to the hag to see if we can get Glenn sorted?
The hag's just gonna ask for another favor, and like either we try to lie and not get caught again, and more things might just get even worse, or like she's just gonna ask for another favor, or she's gonna ask why didn't we go and kill the death druid, which
She wanted a vine. She never really
Plant,
mentioned
yes.
the druid. Yeah.
Yeah, he
I
knew
mean,
of
that
her,
could be.
but she didn't mention him. She probably assumed you just kill him trying to get the vine. Well, Maristra says, I should probably report back to my superior. She says, as much as I would like to stay here, I do still have a teleport spell, so I was going to head back. She says,
I think that would probably be best.
Yeah, your company will not be missed.
Would you guys-
Hopefully your teleport doesn't fail, and you know, you get stuck in the abyss or something.
Yes, hopefully not. Well, good luck to all of you. And should I return? Do you think you'll be needing help with this next mission of yours?
Do you think that you can stomach it, or will you run away when it gets scary?
She says, no, I think I can do better. I just, yeah. Again,
Well, then I, for one, would not turn down a mage's assistance.
Yes, we might call on the Phoenix Guild again when it's time to. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it'd be lovely to have a mage on our side. I mean, I'm not a pussy.
I understand, and I understand your insults. So,
But yes, if
I deserve
your
it.
superiors clear it, then return to us. And if you wish to accompany us tomorrow, we would welcome. I would welcome. Kind of look around, not sure if I'm speaking for everyone. I would welcome your aid.
She nods and says, all right, well, good luck to all of you, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. And she starts gesturing, but nothing seems to happen. She says,
Yeah.
she looks
I just
around.
like the face palm.
Maybe
Well-
this place is protected from teleportation magic. That seems like that would be something that would happen here. Maybe go talk to Lyriel.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, that probably
Yeah.
would be a good idea.
Yeah.
All right, well, this is less dignifying than I'd like, but yes, all right, bye. And she just walks away.
Dignified.
I feel so bad, so mean.
Oh.
Boulder Bomb chuckles a bit. It's like, yeah, learn to use your legs, you damn magic users, just poofing all over. Think you're better than everyone.
Speaking of, I'm gonna go find the front door and see if I can make some tree friends, so that we can return here whenever we like. Yeah, and I'm gonna go explore. Let me know what you guys decide to do, cause I'm pretty good with either route. But it does sound like the Fae might be quite grateful and indebted to us if we do their task first. I just
Yes.
worry about
and-
Glenn.
I
Right,
worry
if we,
about Titania and all the corruption everywhere. If she can't get it under control, we might have to abandon the Feywild. Do we even have a way out? Boulder Bottom says.
Yet, I'm sure someone here knows how to plane shift.
Well,
Well,
I
that's
guess
what I mean.
Symphony
Do
is our
any-
way out, but
She says, well, or he says, Symphony ain't here though. I mean, do any of you know how to get out? He says, don't get me wrong, I love the Feywild, but, you know.
Just figured we'd make some friends.
I don't think it's a time to ban ship level yet. This is, I mean,
I have taken down a number of teleportation circles. I haven't quite mastered that magic yet, but I believe Glenn might be able to use them. Can you not, Glenn?
Use what exactly? Right.
Says, can you get us back to Gaian?
Oh, no.
Yes, I don't think you've ever plane shifted. That was sort of Eli's job.
Oh yeah, that's
That's what it was. Okay, I guess I kind of forgot.
Yeah, where's
But we didn't
Eli?
have
He
that Yeah,
was
was-
around.
Well, perhaps we can find someone else here on the Feywild that could assist us. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 teleportation circles throughout our travels so far that I've copied down, so I'd be able to share those with a mage should we find one that will assist us.
hold up. Pause out of character. When he says, wasn't he there in the mansion when Eli got killed?
Yeah, well, we let him know when we got back to the tower, so he does know.
Oh, so he's being extremely
Yeah.
insensitive. Oh, yeah, where's Eli when you need him? Like, bruh, he's dead. What do you mean? He's not
Oh,
sleep.
that's true.
he's
I
not
thought
slacking on
I
his
thought it
job.
was talking about the sorcerer for some reason.
Oh,
All right, never mind.
Aramis.
So, yeah, I guess
I think
I
it's
guess
funny.
with Eli gone, he's just being a jerk. He says, I guess with Eli gone, we have to count on Symphony. Well, we have a way to get in touch with him, right? Maybe he can, if we really need to, we can get in touch with him and he can pull us out.
Yeah. I mean, there's got to be someone here in the Feywild that knows how to plane shift. There's so many powerful people.
Yeah, perhaps perhaps the wizard that just left us, or one of her comrades.
Oh, I don't think
if
she
not
would.
Someone among the Fae.
All right.
What'd you say?
Well,
Sorry. Just
What did you
jabbing
say?
at her.
Be
I
able
just
Oh.
didn't think that she would be able to do
You're never
something
gonna
like
let
that.
her live it down.
there's more people making fun of poor Maristra.
She can do magic missiles. She's really good at those.
So Estrella, you said you're looking around the keep. You're gonna go have a walk.
Yeah, not too thorough of an exploration, but I do want to find the front door and, well, maybe not even go outside. If there's like a garden or a courtyard or something, I just need to make a tree friend.
All right. So you kind of go walking around. As you head back to the main entry area of the keep, you would see Luriel there. She's talking with Maristra, and she says, could I speak to you a moment, Estrella? Just the person I was looking for.
Sure.
She says, I sensed you have druidic energies. Your friend Maristra wishes to teleport, but unfortunately this area is kind of has her sealed, at least her magics. We do, however, have a courtyard with some trees in it, and I was wondering if you had traveled via plant, the druid magic.
Indeed. In fact, I was just now looking to find your garden or courtyard for exactly that reason. I tend to like to befriend the trees wherever we go as an option for my group, to return.
Do you think you could use your magic to return Maristra to her people?
I could.
Maristra says, I would very much appreciate it. I'm sorry, I'm so used to just being able to teleport. This is quite annoying.
So, I can do that. I can only do it once per day, so did you want to go now, or would you be up to maybe waiting for the rest of the day before you return? Or were you going to come back to us in the morning? If so, how did you plan to return?
She says, well, I guess I didn't think that far ahead. I guess
Okay.
I would like to give my report to our captain, or not captain, but to the head of my team. But if we go tomorrow, I know you'll have used your magics for the day. That's why I was kind of hoping we could do it before you rest, so your spells would be at full.
Well, yes, I can certainly help you return now. I just not sure about how to get you back here in the morning.
He says, well, maybe you can come with me and rest there, and then we could both return in the morning.
Then I begin the day without my most powerful magic, because we would have used it to return.
That's true.
What's the int on this? What's the int? I need the intelligence.
She says, well,
Not the smart wizard.
I suppose I could just head back and just wait for you all to be in touch with me. I mean, I really do need to speak to my superior. I think he needs to
When
know
you say
what's
you're going to
on.
head back, you mean you're just going to go on foot?
Well, I mean, unless I would have to go outside and find where it is I could use teleport.
Oh, I see. Like get beyond whatever the barrier is that's blocking.
It sounds like it's at least somewhat of a distance, a couple of miles. But, I mean, I understand if if you want to save your magics, it sounds like you have quite the important trip.
Well,
I guess.
I'm fine with sending you. I'm fine with using my magic today to send you back, since we plan to pass the night here. But I cannot give you transportation in the morning without possibly depriving my group of abilities they will need in our efforts tomorrow.
I understand. And if you want to use that spell slot to come get me, I would be happy to help. If not, I can just remain there until you seek me. Says, but I think once I tell my people what's going on, we might be able to offer more support through Master Symphony.
Do you have any druids among you?
Among the Order? No, I mean, we have druid allies that live in the wilds, but none in the actual guild.
I see. Well, let's go to that courtyard, and I'll send you home, and I guess you'll just have to contact us via magic, or we will contact you via magic, should we come to any kinds of decisions or plans that need to be communicated.
Alright, excellent, thank you. Alright, so you make a tree friend and send her home, basically.
Yeah.
She is going to give you 100 maho of what's it called? Nature components.
Thank you.
She says, I had some, and, I just have them for emergencies, but, yeah, I thought maybe you could use them. I can get more. Thank you, Estrella. And she disappears through the tree. Oh, and yeah, go ahead. You can mark a tree friend for this location in the courtyard here. It's a very pretty courtyard. Lots of plants.
I would also ask around to find out if there's a library.
Sure. So you are...
Feel free to jump to someone else if you want to.
Does anyone else have anything they want to do? I can shift the camera for a bit. Alright, doesn't seem like it.
Not
Go
really
ahead.
at the moment.
Alright, so you guys are just passing time. There is not any library within the keep, sadly.
No library. Okay, unfortunate. All right.
Yeah. It actually has been abandoned for a while. The Fae are doing their best to kind of clean it up a little. But yeah, no books or anything were left behind.
All right. Well, then in that case, I will use the day to continue scribing. I have a scroll that I'm 18 days into scribing, so I need 2 more.
Alright.
So I'll
And-
just sit in whatever apartments they've given us and scribe.
And any of you who wish can work on a project. But, alright, so time is passing. Again, let me know if you want to do anything. Alright, so, yeah, it gets to nightfall. Some of the Eladrin would bring you food. Make sure you're taken care of for the evening, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay.
I guess maybe I can a little bit up. I go and I guess say, who's this Titania? You guys are like geeking out. I mean, she looks pretty cool, but you all know her.
No,
I
of
knew her from Tales.
Tails. What do you
Yes,
like?
told by druids, and that would come by our tribe sometimes, do some trading, that sort of thing. Told some tales. I
Like
never thought I'd ever
mythical?
meet her.
Oh, like a mythical tale, like.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I as a kid probably thought they were just myths, but
Oh,
she's
wow.
Yeah.
What about that angel? Zavarin, I think his name was. Does anyone know who the hell that was? Boulder Bomb says.
Who?
The big angel.
Just another
the one who...
omniscient and neutral observer.
Yeah, he's
who,
being so
refuses to
goddamn
help.
calm and not telling us anything. I mean, he did seem kind of crazy looking, but yeah, Zavarin, I think his name was.
Oh yeah. When we first got there, right?
Exactly. Says that it's not
Yeah,
like any
she knows me.
angel I've ever heard of in the tales of Celestials.
Well, he said he would meet us on the outskirts of Nightweather should we make it there, so I'm guessing.
Because I thought he
Sort
was
of-
full of shit. You think he's actually from there? Just dropping night weather like he owns the place?
Always the skeptic, Raldo.
He shrugs. He says,
Yeah, I
don't
mean,
know."
what makes you think he's full of bullshit,
Well, I
as you say?
mean, it's night weather. You just claim it like he just goes there on a Tuesday. It's supposed to be pretty
He
hard
did
to
kinda
get
look-
to.
I mean, he did look badass enough to be like, if I think, someone is from the mythical Nightweather, I would imagine that's how someone would look. Like that
I
was.
wouldn't know what someone. Well, actually, we have met a couple Nightweather citizens, and well,
He says, I just gotta
I think
put
of
on
one blue gnome who's quite interesting.
a starry robe and use some illusions, and suddenly Garen will think I'm from Nightweather, I guess. Says, I got a bridge
Yeah,
to
no,
sell
no,
you
no.
Higher hair
You're not
blue.
from Nightweather.
back in the Teruvian Empire if you want to buy it.
Yeah, okay.
Says, I'm just
Was,
teasing with you. But yeah, I
Alan
don't
is
know.
not on?
What did you say?
Or was Malina Zatyan?
Usla kind of thinks for a second. I've known a lot of Zatyan in my journey so far. It's hard to tell who's a true Zatyan and who's not. I thought Malin was, but we did find out from, I think it was Malik we were talking to at the time, that it could be a thing that there are false Zatyan.
Well, he certainly did
I don't know.
stir things up in Tyvanis, so says if causing trouble is what Zadian do, then that definitely puts him on board.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would imagine that, there's, I mean, if I was Zatyan, surely he's one also, so.
There's so many. I've met so many extraordinary people, and
He says,
I don't know. There's so many.
You knew Malin for a while there, hadn't you, Garen? He's been a friend of yours for a bit.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, what's funny is, part of the conversation with Marastra. I mean, I did really want to chew her out, and I didn't. But it's funny enough, it's the same conversation. That was my last conversation similar that I had with Malin, but I was on the receiving end. We had an encounter. I mean, I didn't run off like she did, right? Just preface. But I ran off, tried to do my own thing. He was so angry. He was like, he came to me. He's told me, this fight of ours, we never leave or abandon our teammates, our comrades. We have to stick together. We have to fight together. Can't otherwise, people might hurt. People might die. And honestly, I didn't really, I didn't understand what the big fuss was about, especially coming from him of all people. Until I guess, but today, I guess I did.
He says, well, I remember we had a similar conversation with you in Zorik when you wouldn't goddamn fight those guys with us.
Well, no, I mean, I wasn't scared of the guy. I was, I didn't want to, like, I didn't know my role for this, I mean, it's not like they could hit me anyways, and you guys were fine, like, it was no biggie.
We were fine for the moment, but a few more of those hits, you could have drained the life force from us. He says, sometimes you gotta fight. Not that I'm complaining. It seems like you've come into your own in the recent times. What about Hadrian, whatever the fuck that guy's name was. What's his relation to all this? Another friend of yours?
I mean, yeah, well, I wouldn't call him a friend, but, I mean, yeah, he was our resident psycho. I mean, yeah, he would, if you thought, Malin would go off and that guy would just, give him a hallway of, what do you call it, meat, and he would just go and just absolutely shred everyone left and right. And he absolutely, for him, always like it seemed that he just derived pleasure, in a worthy challenge, fighting someone, who could potentially stand up to him. And like the only way to gain his respect, of course, was to beat him. But I mean, at the time, none of us stood a chance against him.
Oh, the bastard
but
was tough. I'll give him that. Says, I don't know if we
yeah,
told you, but we did fight him before we met you, a little while before.
yeah, you mentioned it. That is crazy. It is a wonder that you guys all made it out alive. He has.
We didn't.
Yeah,
Wow,
not all
We
of
didn't
us.
all make it out alive.
As Boulder Bottom pours
Oh.
out his beer on the ground. Much love.
Aw.
Oh,
Much love to our fallen comrade, he says, sighing.
I am sorry about that. Yeah. What was he? What was he? He was working for Patience or whatever her name, like the Lady Blackwater.
That's what it seemed like. I guess she hired him, another mercenary.
I saw her for the first time. She was unsettling. I don't know. When I went to go check up on Shock. She was. Yeah, I don't know. It was just I had this really uneasy feeling. And when she was talking and like interrogating us to ask where we came from, who we were. So.
Yeah, Blackwaters will do that. Their whole family's rotten. At least that's what I say. More rotten than most nobles.
Yeah. Surprisingly, the one that I did end up thinking was sort of okay was the one that started out as what I thought was my worst enemy. Huh, it's funny how that works.
Who would that be?
Galen Blackwater. He was the host of Malik for a time.
Oh.
I thought it was Galen who was responsible for the troubles with my tribe, but Malik was sort of steering the wheel, steering the cart.
Yeah, that
I
was
see.
part of one of your earlier adventures, Boulder Bomb says. That guy died, right? Or at least he's...
Uslo kind of looks guilty. No. Actually, isn't he, didn't Glenn find out? Uslo would say, didn't you tell us that he's kind of being held at his sister's house?
Who did you say that to?
Last they heard. Glenn, I think.
Glenn?
I think he told us that, yeah. But he's not here, but she would have said that. Yeah, I feel sort of bad, actually, for kind of leaving him hanging. He ended up
Why don't
being...
you just go back there and get him out? This Blackwater lady probably ain't nothing compared to Patience. Just bust in and say,
Yeah,
hey,
what
where's
isn't-
Galen?
Well, what's the what I don't understand. Isn't that the main gripe Patience has with you all for Isn't it for causing his not actual death?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she did indeed put it about to the Empire that
Mhm.
that we had something to do, but then she later admitted, at least to us, that he was alive and she knew it. So I'm not
Yeah.
real clear on that.
Yeah, we've
That
just
all
always
of
had
her.
bigger problems to deal with than our reputation and
What's her problem?
Sounds like politics. I'm sure she could go get him out if she wanted to. She's probably just using it against you all. It's always
So.
the same thing.
we could use it against her when it comes up. It's not a bad idea if we are going to eventually take down Lady Blackwater, to follow up with Galen and his fate and Char. But
As well,
first deal with this.
we got the Avatar of Death with us. He smiles. I'm sure that family will be no match for you.
Yeah.
And
Well, I
of
wouldn't.
course,
I wouldn't underestimate them.
Garen's force fists. I seen what he can do. 2 of you, I bet, could just go in there and get patients to surrender right away.
Now you sound
He
like Malin.
smiles. No, don't say
Well.
that. That guy was a little bit out of it.
He was. Yeah, it's just it is tragic though. That like for what for all that you guys have done, service to the Empire, and she goes out her way, to hold Glenn's kids hostage, and then Eli dies, Malin loses his love, and then he loses himself. For what?
Well, maybe we could save him from himself. Who knows? Says
That's my hope.
Do we think Thovik could help us in that?
Who's
'Cause,
Thovik?
wait, I don't think Astrea has met Thovik, and Garen definitely
You've
hasn't.
spoken of
That's the
him,
Lich
but-
in Glenn's mind.
There's a lich in his mind. Is that why he's do like a little crazy motion in the air?
Oh no.
it's cuckoo.
Oh, that's just him. Oh,
That's
okay.
Glenn.
Yeah, Glenn's just.
She
a
says
little-
lovingly. um,
Hey,
I think I mentioned it. She mentioned this to Garen that Thovik knew Malin. So
Oh
he
yeah,
would
that's
know
right.
that.
You did in passing.
Just out
Yeah,
of character. Yeah.
yeah.
actually, I've been meaning to ask you, Granny. You kind of plucked me back from the edge. I don't know. You think you can get maybe Diddy? I mean, that could help bring Malin out of what happened. Maybe seeing his love alive again.
I tried very, very hard to get to her during that encounter, but I was unable to get to her when we fled.
That's a good idea.
Out of character, I don't remember. Did we have her body?
We left
don't
her.
think
Hadrian
so.
smacked her. She went flying across the room, and then Malin
Yeah,
went
that's what I
berserk
thought.
and just
She
ran
was.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
Malin-
was
I
way
imagine
deep
Malin
into
might have
the-
taken
yeah,
Malin
we
freaked
were,
out
We were
as,
getting
like,
swarmed. Yeah,
yeah,
we
a
were
bunch
getting
of
swarmed
guards
and she
showed
got
up.
thrown.
And I think he just
Yeah.
told you guys to flee as he was like fighting everyone. So I don't think you were able to get her body.
Yeah, we got
Yes.
Eli, but we didn't get her. That's what I thought. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, I was trying very, very hard to get to her, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to, and I don't know what's become of her remains.
She
At this point, I could try to bring her back, but she wouldn't be as she was. It would be
she was
a process
undead.
known as reincarnation rather than resurrection.
Hmm.
My well, the Raven Queen is very much against undead and would probably find what happened to Diddy to be unacceptable. I wonder if there's
What happened to her?
She was
To Diddy?
turned into a vampire.
she was turned vampire, undead.
Oh, that's right.
So
I'm not even sure
it would
how
be
that
less
would react.
saving
Yeah.
her body and more saving her soul at that point, but
That's tough.
I forgot about that part. I don't actually know exactly how my magic would work on her. I think I could still attempt to reincarnate her, but it's just there's a lot of variables, and obviously we don't have her body anyway.
Wait, how'd she turn? Who turned her?
When we reached Patience in the Blackwater Manor, we discovered Diddy fighting at Patience's side as a vampire. We don't know how it came to be.
What a wicked woman.
I agree.
It's
Boulder Bomb says, "Well, I've had enough of this music. I think I'm going to go to bed." He kind of rolls over and says, it's good talking, everyone. Just want to get my strength up for tomorrow."
Yeah, you've earned a rest. Go see if they have a hot spring or something here for you.
He says, "Well,
Relaxing.
you think they have one?" And he suddenly sits up again. Man,
That don't
be
know. We're
Instead
in
of
the
boulder bottom, it
Feywilds.
should be spring
We've got a
bottom.
bathhouse, perhaps.
I mean, it's not as cold here, but man, do I miss the springs. It's one of the best parts of
Just calling you
Zurich.
boulder spring bottom instead of boulder bottom.
Spring, yeah. Boulder Spring. Spring bottom. Which says, nah, they probably don't have one. I mean, it's just a keep. And he kind of sighs sadly and goes back to bed.
Spring bottom.
One of these days, we're gonna get him to the. I mean, yeah.
Start calling me spring bottom.
The undead had to attack Zurich just when we were gonna take poor Boulder Bottom back to have his hot springs.
It was a hot
Yeah,
springs
I'm actually glad
episode.
that. Remember, we were gonna like Estrella and him were gonna go there at one point, and then we
Alone,
ended
yeah.
up like kind of accelerating the plan to attack the Blackwaters, and so they didn't. But I wonder if he would have been there when all that happened. If that were the case, he might have
Messed up the
stayed.
hot springs episode.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean,
Anyway.
you guys can keep RPing if you want. I just thought he would go to bed now.
Yeah. Would not be good time for a little break before?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can do that. Let's do a 10-minute break and come back in a little bit.
Alrighty. I need to get some water. Be right back.
Did you say you're off tomorrow? Did you have taken off for like a party or something? What are your plans? Oh, I guess I just realized I'm not muted. Hang on.
I'm back. fight it at some point,
think,
at least at some level, before we can save it.
I think I'm gonna lean towards the Behir as far as my vote, Estrella's vote. But I'd be fine with going back to the Hag if that's what everyone else wants.
Yeah, I'm guessing that maybe if we help them, they might be able to offer us some aid in dealing with the hag if need be.
Yeah,
That's kind of my
especially since
thinking.
it's a coven of hags.
Yeah.
I think we have to. I think the lead is the hook is for us to go to the Behir.
Yeah, I'm really worried about any fights that we do now because it's got this bad luck streak. So dealing with the hag as soon as possible. I guess I should be saying all this in character because that's how Uslag would feel.
But let's definitely get the Fae to send someone with us, if not a few someones. Even if it's not the powerful people that have to avoid being corrupted. Like, if they can send some of their minions that have some resources. Because, I mean, I'm not going to spend my magic to go back and get that wizard.
No, we're all done. I mean,
It's not worth it. I mean, it's nice to have a
No.
wizard. It is nice to have a wizard.
Yeah,
Even if it's
nice
just
to
magic
have
and
a
missiles,
wizard.
but she was sort of a liability.
Yeah, running off. I was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking like, oh, how am I gonna approach this, possible love interest for Garton? No, get out of here. No, there's no shot.
Not
Garton's
even
not
Glenn's magical influences on it somehow.
Garen's not afraid. He's just unsure of himself. There is a distinction. It's not like, oh my god, I'm so scared. Like, no, Garen's actually he's never been. You haven't ever actually seen him afraid. He has extremely high wisdom. It's just a question of he's extremely unsure of himself. Like, I don't know, or it's like he's extremely unsure of himself.
Deliberates a little bit too much.
He's just not. He's not. But he's not scared. That's that's the thing. I guess I would. Well, my view going into this was it was going to be like a really bad Green Lantern. That was because it's based on their willpower, and he's he doesn't have any to begin with, but the arch nemesis, the counter to Green, willpower is fear, but he's not really scared. He's just extremely unsure of himself. But the more sure of his thing, is obviously that's that's when he activates the.
He's not
it's
a
not
coward.
like
He just has low self-esteem.
exactly.
Is Glenn back?
Nope.
Well, I guess we could just continue. Alright, so I'm going to pass the evening. Unless anyone is doing anything, let me know. Otherwise...
Alright, one more day and I'll have a scroll... One more downtime day and I'll have a scroll of reincarnate in my pocket.
That's
As
good.
I
We
said,
might need that.
You are fed in the evening. Who is on Night Watch? Watch 3.
Let's see.
I'll do
I
it.
think that's Garen. I think we've got it. Because he was.
Yeah.
Actually, so we've still got it split into 3 watches instead of 4 watches. So
we gotta fix that.
yeah. But yeah, it sounds like Garen volunteered, so let's say he's on it.
Where do we have that? Is that under camp? No.
Party information.
Oh. Alright, yeah, I'll add a 4th one. Oh, you got it. So yeah, it would just be 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th watch. Alright, so Garen, you're sitting up, you're not expecting there to be any issue. Though you would suddenly hear a bunch of screeching coming from one of the windows. Sounds pretty far off, but you're not sure what it is.
Screeching.
Yeah, I go check it out. What the?
Alright, there's definitely something large flying in the distance making noise. Give me a perception check.
Right, I'm a perceptive guy. All right, let's wait. Where's my? There it is. I'm a perceptive guy.
All right. So you think it is a very large green dragon, but it looks like it might be under the influence of the corruption.
Oh,
And a moment later, it does kind of uh, soar south a bit and then crash into the forest below, pretty far away from the keep.
oof.
Yikes.
You do hear some yelling out on the parapets. You're guessing the guards who were on watch saw what just happened. They probably saw it before you did. And there is some commotion. Do you want to do anything? You're just like, and go back to bed.
Yeah, maybe he could sleep it. No, he can't. That thing's not gonna sleep it off. It wasn't the same green dragon that we passed. Did I tell?
I was just wondering
it
the
was,
same
It
thing.
was kind of
Same.
far away. It's hard to say. It could have been.
Yep.
Well, this
Maybe
is
we should've
also
killed it.
pretty far away from where you guys were.
I mean, that guy was far away when we were flying. Yeah, or, I don't. Let's. All right, I just, before I wake anyone else up, because the last time I woke everyone else up, and that was kind of awkward. I try to get a hold of one of the guards, try to get him to see what's going on.
All right, so you go out into the hall. There are some guards. Looks like moving through the keep. One of them would say, "Yeah, there was some sort of great green dragon that flew near the keep and then crashed a little ways to the south. I believe."
Is there only one green dragon in the area, or is there plenty of them?
He says, "Well, I don't know too much about this fort. I was just brought here this morning, but this is a mountainous jungle area, so there could be multiple green dragons. I mean, we're at the edge of the Feywild, so these lands are not well known to a lot of us. I believe the lady is putting together a team to go look into it. She said that you be left out of it because she wants you to have time to rest."
That's a good point, but would we have to sacrifice the long rest? Well, that's not an executive decision I'm going to be making.
I mean,
okay.
you wouldn't you wouldn't lose the long rest. You just delay it, and you would go out with your current resources if you were joining them. Because you haven't
I'm all right with
completed
the
the
resource.
long rest.
Yeah, we should have taken a short rest, huh?
I just go, okay. Hold that thought. Let me check in with everyone, see what they think.
He says,
It's like, all right.
well,
let's
she
see.
had asked you not be involved. I don't want to get in trouble here.
Now, okay, I was gonna. I'm not blind. I saw the dragon fall. All right, you didn't tell me about it. Okay.
He
You're good?
nods and says, "All right, fair enough." And he just walks off, like he didn't see him. So you
all
go
right, so
back
I
into
go
the
back.
room, and yeah.
I'm like, all right, so there's all right, so the last time I did this, I woke up Estrella first, and I kind of feel bad if I woke her up first again. Boulder Bottom, I kind of, I feel bad. He literally just was dead. Like, let's give him his beauty sleep. So it's between Glenn and Uslag, or perhaps both at the same time. Depending
Possibly.
on the roller coaster.
Once again, he's not here.
Well, Glenn is really hard to wake up sometimes.
Yeah, it
So,
would probably be Uslog that opened the door
yeah,
anyway,
Uslag.
so let's just say Uslog.
Knock. Wait, okay. The question is, do I go knock on Glenn's door and you answer, or I knock on your door and you answer?
Oh, you're all in the same
I would
room.
say Uslog's. Oh, yeah, okay.
You're all sleeping
it is
in
one
like
room?
a.
Then
in
that's
one big
easy. You
room.
just yeah. Come on in.
Psst, hey.
Uslog's kind of groggy, but
I'm
is
sorry.
Marister back?
No. That's not about Master. Big dragon just fell out of the sky.
Aren't we at a keep? Or are they? What are they? She's just kind of up.
No, it's a little far out, but it looked, green dragon, a little corrupted, and then went splat on the ground.
All right. Well, we should probably investigate that, huh?
They're heading out
Okay.
right now.
Well, I'll come. I'm ready to go. She just
Do you
pulls
want to
her
wait the
sword
others,
out.
or? Okay, let's wait. Let's wait.
Looks
Could
over.
you wait the others? I don't.
She'll gently nudge Glenn, but he's probably still gonna be asleep. So
He's too tired. He's like, just
Here, I'll
snores
get the
and
bucket of
rolls
water
over.
for him. No, I'm not gonna get the bucket of water.
no. Let him sleep. For now. Let's talk to Estrella first.
Yeah, you go wake her, and I'll just be back here. Yeah, I'm hiding behind you as you're waking Estrella. It wasn't my.
She'll shake Estrella gently.
Yes.
Do you wanna-
What is it? She rubs her eyes. Uslag?
It wasn't me this time. I go and I drop back
She
behind
doesn't.
Uslag.
She doesn't seem irritated at all with Uslag. She's like, yes. What is it?
I heard that there's a dragon that fell out of the sky, just far, off away from the keep.
We think we should investigate.
I was gonna go investigate.
That might be wise.
Glenn's
So was I.
sleepyhead's over there is maybe gonna sleep this one out, but
All
should
right.
check it out.
So I would, I would act completely unirritated and unperturbed because it's Uslag.
God damn it. I knew it.
I was about to have her say that Garen just told me just because she's not there.
He should have said that.
It would be. She's not very
100% should've
tactful,
said
so
that.
I feel like that would have been an Uslag thing to say. I
You should've
almost did, which is
100%
why I
said
was like,
that.
Uslag would have said that.
Garen told me the story about a dragon falling out of the sky. He's like, oh, really? Did he now?
Yeah.
All right. So I assume you wake Boulder Bottom as well.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, what? Dragon?
Yeah.
Can't we just get through a night without something crazy happening?
I mean, you can,
getting
no,
us-
no, if he wants to sleep it off.
Wait, did we
Yes, I thought.
wake him up? Did we specifically
I
wake him up?
thought Uslag
I thought we
said
said
she
we were
was
gonna let him
waking
sleep.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
we're
did
all
she?
in the
Okay.
same room, so I'm guessing we're not being that quiet at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if he wants to, but yeah, if you want
He
to go
probably
back to
woke
sleep,
up
you
just
know,
from
I
his passive.
Yeah.
if you want to go
This
back
is
to sleep,
alright,
that's
well.
okay. I don't want to force you.
He says, "Yeah, why don't we let them handle it?" From what Garen said, it sounds like they wanted us to sit this out anyway. We gotta be ready for the bugs
it's
tomorrow,
okay.
or whatever
It's
they're
okay.
called.
It's okay with Boulder Bomb. You can sleep. No, you not, and I'm not being sarcastic when I tell him this. Like, no, you can.
I mean,
It's okay.
So I'm not letting
I
you all
don't. I
go
mean,
by
I don't know that we are
yourselves.
needed, but at the same time, there's something afoot here that I'd be curious to know as much about as we can. Yeah.
I know I, for one, would have a hard time sleeping knowing there's a dragon outside the keep. Just
It's not that close. I mean, well.
All right. Well,
You
let's
said
go
was
check it out.
corrupted?
Okay, yeah. If you want us to go on, you can snooze.
Let's go before they leave us
Um,
behind.
Uslag would definitely just shake Glenn awake just enough to tell him where we were going, and
He's
give him a choice
sleepwalking
to
with you.
follow.
Very
So yeah, so if
Oh,
if
there
he
he is.
chooses,
There he is.
Yay.
Oh, did I actually?
Yeah.
Did that work?
That did actually
Yeah,
work.
yeah, sounds good.
All right.
All right,
so,
Glenn. Dragons are falling out of the sky. We're gonna go check it out.
Aw.
So you head downstairs. It looks
No, it's
like
that thing is rest for the Satyan.
yeah. It looks like the group already left. There's
God
no one
damn
down
it.
here. So yeah, they.
It's
looks
okay,
like they
guys. I
headed
saw
out.
where it fell. I know where we're going. Don't worry.
So we're wandering into the Feywild jungle at night.
Seems like a
Fantastic.
great idea. Well, as you walk out the front door, you do
What
see
could go wrong?
lights in the distance, which you guess are probably from the group that was sent to check it out. They've got a bit of a head
wait
start
for
on
us! We're coming!
you. All right, so you try to rush after them.
Well, I would put wind walk on us, but unfortunately, I used that magic on sending the wizard home.
God damn it.
All right.
Extra.
So you quickly head into the jungle. You do see lights somewhere up ahead, but they're still pretty far away. You travel for a bit, and you would come upon the group surrounding a great, very large green dragon, which is just kind of laying there. There's a bunch of dark splotches on him, like you saw in those trees. And
So is he
Thornhelm
ancient?
is basically examining him.
Is it the same?
You don't think he's an ancient. You think he's either adult or maybe young adult. Thornhelm kind of
So it's not the.
takes a closer look. He says, "Before we've only seen this affecting the wildlife. All of you stay back. This could be infectious to us." He turns and notices the group, and he says, "Do any of you have knowledge of the arcane?"
Indeed.
He says, "Perhaps you should take a look. I'm not going to risk getting any closer." At least
Yeah,
not
I would
yet.
step forward. I can't remember if Glenn or anybody else. I mean, I guess Glenn has the jack of all trades thing.
Does anyone speak
Because I
Draconic?
think it used to be.
The creature starts making some muddled words, like it starts speaking, though I don't think any of you would understand it.
Glenn, do you have your
Thornhelm
magic
says,
to understand this language?
I do not.
We did use
This
quite a bit.
is the worm tongue.
Um,
Sadly, I don't speak it either. I should have,
Is it Draconic?
Yes.
Oh, Glenn speaks Draconic.
That's what we asked
just
you.
no.
All right. So
He's
yes.
still waking up. Never mind.
He's like, huh? Oh, yeah, yes, I speak it. So yeah, it is Draconic. It says, "Small ones, please put me down. This infection, it's painful. It's taking hold of me." He says, "Just kill me, please." Thornhelm says,
Glenn
"Do you know what it's saying?"
Glenn would respond and say and basically translate, saying it's it wants us to put it out of its misery.
I thought that might be what it was saying. And Thornhelm will draw a large blade. He says,
Slug will as
go
well.
ahead. You do as well?
Slug.
Alright, so he steps forward, getting ready to slash it. He says, "I'm sorry, Great Worm. We will figure this out, and your death will not have been for nothing." You don't think the worm knows what he's saying, but it seems like he kind of gets what he's doing. So it kind of relaxes as he just stabs it through the head. Then, shink. He says the corruption is spreading beyond its initial parameters. This is very dangerous. He very carefully cleans his blade off. He says, "I thought you all were resting." He looks to the group.
Well, I saw a big
were
green
trying.
dragon fall from sky. I mean, we're adventurers. I mean, what kind of adventuring group would be if we didn't see? If we were like, and then just go sleep.
He nods. He says, "Well, it's probably good you were here."
It was certainly an alarming event worthy of note.
Yes,
Definitely makes me think about if this Behir is corrupt and what it would want.
Yes, I wonder if
Well.
there wasn't some possibility of cleansing that we could have discovered by spending further time on this specimen before visiting the Behir, but I don't know.
Can we
maybe
collect its essence and maybe study it somehow?
Oh, that's a good idea.
He says, well, I don't know much about essences or the arcane, but if you know something you can do, then by all means.
Well, did I get anything from my when he asked if there was anyone with Arcana? Did I get anything from my roll?
Oh, what did you roll? 18. So yeah, you would have just known that it was a young green dragon, like a younger one, like
What a shame.
pre-adult. You also,
Oh,
I don't know if you know much else. I mean, it does look like the same corruption that was affecting the treants and the plants. Though this is the first time, like I said, that you've seen it affecting an actual, like, you know, living creature that wasn't
except
plant.
for that druid, but yeah.
Yeah, though with him it was
Um,
almost like a self-imposed like corruption,
yeah.
like he was doing it on purpose.
Well, if I would begin collecting the essence carefully, using
So,
all appropriate PPE and
so
It's PPE.
in terms of containment, I mean, maybe there is some sense to go and talk to this death druid or whatnot. I mean, he's figured out a way to at least hold this corruption or like in check in some capacity. And I mean, the more and more we think about it, this Malakara, well, I mean, she's cursed Glenn, and she's her and she's holding one of our other friends hostage. So I mean, like, seeing
I'm
less and less
if we were
that we should.
to work with one of them, I now and before was ready to vote for the druid. But I know that there are misgivings, and those misgivings are very valid.
She literally has not promised anything other than just generally and I wave my arms around like information versus he knows he is quite capable of holding back corruption, like we've seen it.
Yeah, well, we don't know for sure how long he could do it, though. It's possible that it will overtake him at some point. He might be
Oh,
overconfident.
Thornhelm nods. He says, "We've seen what this corruption does to the plants and now the animals. If he has reserves of it within him, I mean, is he trustworthy? Any minute he could snap and use his magics to kill you."
Have
Well,
any
I
of
don't think he
your
could do that.
He says,
have any of your
Go ahead.
have any of your healers or arcanists had any opportunities or success in cleansing any of the corrupted plants or locations up till now?
He says, "We had some of our people studying the effects of it. It seemed like the normal plants, it was unhealthy for them and usually just killed them. It had a much more dangerous effect on the intelligent plants like the treants, turning them much more much more aggressive and dangerous. But yeah, we hadn't gotten much information on how to deal with it or cure it. We're still working.
Well, have you any? I think you should. Well, let me see what samples I can obtain. I would collect the essence. Yeah, I think that we need to employ the very best scholars in a variety of categories to see if they can't perhaps work on a possible cleansing or restorative
He says, "Well, our arcanists are
counteract
working on
counter
it back at the
yeah
Queen's Court."
yeah if to slow or stay the corruption, if not right away to destroy it as we continue to work on it. But perhaps the essence will assist of this dragon will assist with the research.
He says, "You do have experience with this outside of the Feywild, within the Shadowfell and Gaian itself. Have you seen this effect happen? Like, what does this energy do to your people? This siphoning magic that these cultists use. I assume it does not corrupt like this."
Well, when they are initially generally when they siphon life to fill their crystals, their rituals, um, the victims die once their life has been siphoned. And I'm so sorry, my dog.
That's okay. He says they die, but do
I
they?
really want to say
Go ahead.
Isn't it more than that? I mean, isn't that the type of ritual that they did at Isaac, and isn't that the type of ritual that turned them all undead?
So yeah, it's from what I've heard, some of them become undead from the waves of necrotic magic that come through after the ritual, the larger rituals that they apparently used at Isaac and tried to use at New Havasgard. The um the after effects of the ritual wash over the land, and yes, many of the living creatures that are struck die or become undead. But in other cases, we've encountered where they had prisoners in a more confined space and smaller rituals, just simply draining the live forces of the prisoners into nearby crystals on a smaller scale, and those people just kind of shrivel and wither and die.
So the corruption turns your people into undead. It's more of a quick death rather than this what seems like slow corruptive decline. As he looks at the dragon, he says, "Well, if you've done any research on any of this, I'm sure my people, the Arcanists, would be grateful for that information." And I don't know. Have any of you done lore information research? I forget.
I so badly want to say, oh yeah, you can use an alpha crystal. You can make an alpha crystal out of it using Zatian souls, but I would know that. Garden would not know that.
It's true.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard because it's such a broad question. But Gustav
Now,
would
I
be
don't
like,
know
in a
if
sense, we
anyone-
have done research.
I don't know if anyone in this game has done research on the dark crystals. I know in other games they have, but
Well, Chomsky did, but yeah.
yeah, but Chomsky left.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I was never
So-
never really a fan of the movie personally.
Oh.
Well, the
Jeez, you
Dark
have to be a
Crystal?
hipster. That was a good movie.
Dark Crystal is a
It-
fantastic movie.
It's-
Oh
Yeah,
my
how
god.
dare
I
you?
could just
Yeah, it's
just
one of my-
never. I could just
Better
never get
roll
into
a
it.
persuasion check on that comment.
Jesus Christ.
Scott, you just turned
I
the
didn't
whole
think
Discord against you.
I was gonna say, I didn't think everybody was such a Dark Crystal stand here. Gee.
Yeah.
Did you hate the Labyrinth too with David Bowie?
I mean, that was okay because it wasn't a bunch of creepy Muppets.
Yes.
What do
there
you
were
mean?
creepy
That was all
Muppets.
There were a lot of
There were
Muppets
so
in
many
that.
creepy
But
Muppets.
not like there were actually, but there were
we have to
humans.
put the D&D
like-
game on hold to address this. How dare
What?
you?
Are you talking about the Skeksis?
Yeah. Oh man, they're.
Did you guys see the
I have,
show
um,
that they did? The show that they did like a year or so? No, it's been more than a year. Semi recently, they
Oh,
Yeah.
I heard it.
It was
sucked
good.
after
Anyway,
one
all right,
season.
sorry,
Oh,
guys.
jeez.
It was really good. I have a Brian Froud art book for the Dark Crystal.
You know,
I actually
like-
I've met Toby Froud, who was the baby.
Oh, really?
Oh wow.
No,
I've met him. Yeah, he's
Was he,
he's
like,
involved
40?
in some
Go
of that
ahead,
kind of
depress
stuff now
me.
as an
That's
adult.
fine.
Yeah.
I like Dark Fantasy from that era. I like Willow. It's just Dark Crystal, man. I tried,
Okay.
I tried watching it when I was a kid, and it was a bunch of creepy fucking Muppets, and I'm like, what the hell is this?
How old
It's
is
okay.
that
We can
baby
still be
now?
friends.
Yeah, I guess.
What'd you say?
I said, how old is that baby now? Is he our age?
Yeah, pretty much. I think he might be a touch
Son of a-
younger than us, but he's pretty close.
Yeah, it makes sense. Well, anyway, so there's a little bit of an interruption as you guys just start arguing about
met
some
him at a-
book
I
that
met
you
him at a
read in
con.
the guy in library. Like, how dare you?
Like
That
the
book
one
was great.
tale that Glenn is like, no, that's not what I want. Not
Yeah,
worth
apparently
telling.
Glenn is a story snob. He's like, no, I didn't care for it. No, it was pretentious. Like, what?
Lou, he's
What?
41.
Oh, okay. So yeah, he's about our age. But anyway, so I don't even remember what were we talking about.
Actually,
Dark crystal. All right.
Research on the soul crystals. Only
Sorry,
Chomsky
Karen, I
in this
didn't mean
game
to
has done any. Yeah.
derail
I
things.
have an in character question.
Oh, jeez.
It is very important. You know, we've been talking about soul crystals and dark lords, but I've forgotten one crucial thing. I forgot to ask: does the Summer Court or Titania have a troubadour?
You asking
Hey, what door?
Thornhill?
Priorities.
Yes, whoever's here. I don't know.
Well, he has Luriel is the truth speaker of the court, but there are also bards and jesters. There's all sorts of musicians within the court. It's the summer. It's celebration.
But
Why do you wish to join?
I wish to challenge.
Challenge.
This is
Oh
challenge.
god.
Oh, a bards,
I
a battle of the
wish-
bards.
Yeah,
I'll say you guys are
I
talking
wish to
about
have
this
a
on the way
battle.
back.
I wish to have the battles. I wish to
Did I
have.
successfully collect the essence?
Yeah, it's in the chat.
And is it a? Oh, sorry, I missed it. Is it a unique essence?
No, it's just a young dragon essence.
Is
He
it
says-
different than a normal dragon because of the corruption?
It seems like normal essence, but you would have to, examine it
Okay.
closer.
Alright.
But
Sorry,
he would
continue,
say there are the summer challenges where musicians compete within the court, but I mean, it's not like, it's not like a fight to the death or anything. It's mostly just a lot of frivolity.
Oh
and
no, of course not. So,
music playing.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Is there a bard or a troubadour here that is considered to be above the rest of their peers?
Says, well, you've heard the voice of Luriel. She's pretty handy with her musical instruments.
Is there one above her when it comes to music playing and mirth making?
Says, well, her job is less mirth making and more keeping the Fae in line, as no one can speak mistruths while her melody is within an area. But there are lower musicians whose purpose is more to entertain and spread frivolity. Luriel can do that, it's just she doesn't usually anymore, just because of how powerful she's grown. Most of her music and inspiration is to benefit Titania and help with very important matters of the court, as well as keep the Fae in line at certain times.
Then she is the quarry I seek.
Okay. First he has beef with the hag. Now he wants to with the voice of Titania. All right.
It's one.
I mean- Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I just say you would not understand, Garen, because you are a pleb.
Oh, jeez.
I just
I'm
am
gonna-
like
I'm gonna
whatever.
kind of lean while Glenn is asking these questions and kind of coming to this conclusion. I'm gonna kind of lean over and whisper to Slog. Yeah, he didn't learn anything. He did not learn a lesson from the the curse of the hag.
Yeah.
Well, this is far less dangerous. She
True.
she
Well,
smiles, but she
you don't
does
know
like that,
I'm
like
sorry,
a
did
wave of
you
concern.
Did you see Lady Titania's wrath? I did. Seems like she could be very well quite dangerous. should we incur
Thornhelm
her wrath.
says, I admire your moxie, your not moxie, but your confidence there, Glenn. But, you might need to grow in divinity a bit before you challenge the Dawn Whisperer.
Oh god.
Or the truth
No,
speaker.
no. I just look at him. I'm just like, you're egging him on. You're going. He's just like. I mean, he's gonna say he's a Zatian, and he's gonna. Okay. Congrats.
What sort of challenge is
ensured
this, Glenn? Are you
It's gonna
thinking like
happen.
a friendly like battle between the bards sort of thing, or What's you thinking here?
What do you think? I plan on drawing a sword and fighting Archfey? No.
No, that's
I
what. Yes, that's what you seem
battle
to be
how
implying.
bards do battle
Yes, music.
with their voices.
Well, more
So
song.
then I don't
Yeah.
see any danger in this.
More
With,
song.
yeah,
and
with
keep,
song
wouldn't
and
hurt anyone.
yeah, with song and instrument.
And the loser gets nothing but a, perhaps a little hurt pride.
Well, no, I mean the winner takes the loser's soul.
Just glares.
That's one of these again.
Too soon.
He laughs.
Titania's like, you have a second curse on you, Glenn. What happened? I don't want to talk about it. Alright, so anyway, yeah, Thornhelm says, might be interesting to see Immortal play against Valeriel. Haven't seen her in competition with anyone before.
Sorry,
I've
Glenn,
never-
but I'll be wagering against you this time.
He says, I've never known her to be very competitive, though. She's always just been really good at music. As you approach the main gate and they open the keep doors, Lyriel... Did I say her name was Lyriel or... Yeah, I think it was Lyriel. Lyriel?
You kind of keep pronouncing it differently.
I keep going back and forth. Maybe it's Lyrael?
It looks like Lyriel to me.
Yeah, I think it is too. I think it is Lyriel.
Or Lyriel.
I'll say Lyriel. So Lyriel is there as you come back. She talks to Thornhelm. He kind of explains the situation. She seems very concerned, sighs, and says, I'm sorry that great beast had to be put down. Thank you, Uslag, for helping with that.
I didn't do much. Glenn spoke to the dragon. Thornhelm killed it.
I thought you both killed it, like you and him.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Because you said you took your blade, and
Yes.
I figured you were both cutting
I
it
certainly
down.
did.
All right.
Okay.
He says...
She did then.
Yeah, he says, oh, and Estrella has its essence, so I believe she's going to examine it and see what she can figure out. But we must be cautious. If a dragon could be infected by this, then who knows what other creatures could carry this taint. And it almost
wonder also if-
guarantees that something may have happened to the Behir, the Great Behir.
I also wonder whether or not there could be some degree of targeted attacks. Creatures such as dragons and Behirs can be formidable allies and formidable enemies, and so perhaps there is some, actual move or dedicated intention on the part of whomever is behind this corruption. Targeting these creatures. I don't know.
That would make sense, she says.
I'm merely pondering.
Do you think they're trying to create an army of powerful creatures to be used against the Feywild?
Perhaps, or just simply looking for powerful creatures and seeing what happens.
It would make a good
A little
distraction.
bit of chaos and could aid them just as much as any more intentional plan for these corrupted creatures.
Says it would make a good distraction if they were trying to keep our attention away from their other goals. He says, I hate to say it, but I may agree with Garen on this. Perhaps this corrupt druid could be the answer. Well, whatever the case, L'Oreal says, we should ascertain the Behir's condition. Then we can make a decision on what we are to do next. He says, agreed.
Are your most skilled alchemists and healers here or elsewhere?
He says, no, they are back at the court proper. We can send them things, though. So once you finish looking at the essence, I would like to have some of my people bring it back to them.
Okay. Out of character, Lou, would that be a downtime project?
You could definitely put time towards it with research, though you would have to find a library to use. Remind me, do you have herbalism?
Yes, I think all druids do.
Oh,
I think it
okay.
comes automatically.
So
It's possibly, maybe it's a circle thing, and there's some druids that don't have it, but all of my druids have it.
you could or alchemy. Do you have alchemy or herbalism?
I do not have alchemy, actually. I went a different route on Estrella just because I have alchemy on so many of my druids.
So you could experiment using herbalism to see what you can figure out with the essence.
Yeah,
though it
and she's
would
also
use
not.
some of it.
I'm also not trained in medicine like most of my druids, so that's actually why I was hoping that Titania had people that could really work on this type of research more so than me.
She does, but you might have more of a diverse understanding, being from
I see.
all these different planes of existence. So there is possible value you could get out of experimenting. Possible.
Well, if the Behir is the most urgent at this time, then I guess the essence will have to wait. But I will see what I can discover from it as soon as possible and share my notes with your people.
All right. So I assume you're all going.
For now, we should go return to bed.
Yeah,
Agreed.
I was gonna say. I assume you're all going back to bed.
You assume wrong
Well,
because
Oh no, once he's awake, he's
Nobody gets to rest until Glenn
I
gets.
thought he needed his beauty sleep. He gets really upset if he doesn't get his beauty sleep.
wait, isn't Lysandra like here in front of us now?
Muriel, yeah, she's
Muriel?
Lysandra,
And
yeah,
he-
go back
he-
to sleep, buddy.
I mean,
yeah, she's here.
the person they were just okay. Yeah, he points to you and I have unfinished business. He says dramatically.
She kind of is taken a bit aback. She says, "What? What do you mean?"
Okay.
Estrella
I
makes
do like how-
popcorn.
I make a huge face palm, like like a massive tonk on my face.
I have been told that you stand above all else when it comes to song and instrument.
Says, "Oh, well, that's kind of them. I mean, I have spent millennia perfecting my craft, and I am the truth speaker of Titania. So yes, I assume I'm fairly decent with my song and instrument." You're not sure if she just was messing with you there.
Just millennia.
Yeah.
Not
Then
so
I
long.
challenge you to a battle of the bard, to a battle of song and instrument and storytelling.
She kind of smiles. She says, "It's well, that could be interesting, but I think we have some more pressing matters at hand right now, Glenn. I mean,
Don't you
plus
think the
the,
court could use some
Yes, what
relief at this
What-
time?
more pressing matters could there be than to alleviate the concern and to raise the morale of the entire summer court?
The entire summer court isn't here.
Thornhelm says, "This is my fault. I kind of talked you up a bit." And he seems to be pretty convinced that he can defeat you in some kind of music match. She says, "I mean, the entertaining of the summer court is important, but everyone's kind of busy with the corruption that has been happening. Do you think we can wait on this?"
You say that you have been practicing your craft for millennia, but you were always not a truth singer. What did you start your life as?
Thornhelm kind of smiles and she says, "Start? Oh, you're asking about my days before I became immortal."
Yes.
She says, "Wow, it's been a while since I've even thought of that time." She says, "I started as all of us do, Eladrin born of the Feywild. But over time, serving the courts, I was given favor and power by Titania for how talented I was with my lute and with my song. She told me the beauty of my words and stories inspired the summer and helped the plants grow. And then after that, she actually gave me the power to do such things, but also to keep the words of those within the court trustworthy. She says, that power I sort of developed on my own over time. She says, what did you do before you became, I believe a Zation is what you called yourselves?
Well,
Thornhelm
I
says,
was,
they are still mortal. Zation are not lesser gods like we are. She says, true, but they are powerful beings, right? He just kind of shrugs. Some of them, maybe.
well, I grew up, and there was a man uh, in our town. Uh, he was a traveler, and he would come through every once in a while. And when he did, it was always a sight to behold. He came bearing stories and music and merriment, and he would usually stay but a week, and then back on the road he went. But the week that he stood in our little town lifted the spirits of everyone around. It didn't matter. The man that was fighting to try and find a way to pay his debts off to cover for his family, or the miller whose crops went rancid that year and was trying to figure out a way to survive the winter. For whatever week that man was there, all those worries washed away, and there was only happiness. And people could think about something else other than the harsh reality. And I think that you have been immortal for so long that you have forgotten why you took up the instrument and the song to begin with. So let me remind you.
She says, oh, I have not forgotten the beauty of song and story. She says, it inspires the lowliest to the highest. And with that inspiration comes power. It comes with the ability to fulfill one's dreams. She says, stories are what make us, or give us the wings we need to fly. They raise us out of normalcy and bring us to our dreams. She says, why do you tell the stories you do, if you think I've forgotten? Give me a wisdom save.
Oh,
Sam.
save?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Alright.
Uh-oh.
Did it go through?
I just saw you reappear in the roll 20.
Hold on, sorry, let me refresh. Yeah. D&D Beyond. I hate D&D Beyond.
The DC would be a 21.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll in here because I have plus 0 to my wisdom save anyway, so.
Oh, can you not make
D20.
this? Alright.
Oh, no.
So, something about her voice kind of almost like vibrates within you, and you feel like you have to answer her as honestly as possible, or as possible.
How would you ask again?
She's basically
why-
emanating a perpetual zone of
Why
truth.
is it that you sing, that you entertain?
Well, for the same reason. For the same reason that the man in my town did, because, like you, because, like you said, song and story can make dreams come true,
She says exactly.
and they can make everyone, and they can elevate. So, and he points towards her. Then make my dream come true, and battle me.
And Thornhelm lets out a chuckle at that. He says, "The man says it's his dream, Liriel." He says, "You are the one who always wants to inspire the best in people." She says, "But
For someone like me to be able to put my craft against the best that there is."
She says, I don't want to deny this of you, Glenn. It's just sort of the middle of the night. I feel like this is not the best time to have this contest, especially with what must be done tomorrow. But
And
I
what
would
has
be
just
willing
occurred.
to compare our songs in the future, maybe."
He smiles and nods. That's fine. I understand that. I just kind of sprung this on you.
She says, I would love to hear you play, and then perhaps play one of my songs after yours. And if you judge your work to be better, and that helps bring about your dream, I shall be happy for that. She says, I know I've inspired people in strange ways. If defeat inspires you, or my defeat inspires you, then I will be happy to have given you that. And if my victory, encourages you to greater heights, this would also be a good outcome, in my opinion.
He nods. I accept that.
She says, now enjoy a restful slumber, and all of you make wisdom saves.
Oh.
If you want. DC is 21. So, yeah, you feel strangely at peace when she says that, and you just get really tired.
I mean, I was already pretty sleepy, so.
Yeah, so this just like, you're like,
I know it's
"Whoa."
my watch, guys,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
just go
Um,
sleep.
Garen just passes out.
Like, I didn't want to miss it if they did end up playing for each other, but I also was like, I want to go back to bed.
Alright, so you go back to bed, and the night would pass. Also, in the morning, you would feel pretty energized. Basically, as if you were under the effect of a 5th level aid spell.
Oh!
Very nice.
So an
Wow,
extra.
it's the best sleep
what
I've ever
is
had.
that?
20, I think?
20 hit points to your
Yeah.
max. You're like, whoa, this is good sleep.
Slug would also, in the morning, give Glenn her daily heroic inspiration.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, because you already. Or you
I
still
believe in
have
you,
it.
Glenn. Yeah, I'm supposed to give it out in the morning or keep it. I can't give it out later.
Well, if you already have it, you can give it out and then get a new one.
I start. It's like a human thing, right?
Yes. So as a human, if
Okay.
you get a new heroic inspiration, you can either give away the one you have already, or it just goes away. So like maybe you have like
Did you use yours yesterday?
No, I
Yeah.
haven't.
Oh,
used
very good
mine.
then.
yeah. So you can give it to someone else.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So like you have like an inspiring talk with someone or something. Is usually like how
Yeah.
it's explained.
Yeah, it's
Or just a cute morning, like, with your man.
Sure. If you give
that's
it
kind
to
of
Glenn.
more. Yeah.
Doesn't Glenn get one too though? Or no? Is he human?
No, I'm not. I'm not human.
Okay. So
I,
never mind.
You're always inspiring us, Glenn, and I believe in you. And
Oh,
oh,
All right, so
Yeah.
Glenn
Okay.
gains the heroic inspiration. So yeah, it's the next day in the morning. You're all feeling very rested, feeling good.
20 hit points.
I would check in with Thornhelm and Lyriel about the underlings that they were going to assign to us for this expedition.
She says, I was going to send one of my druids with you so it could examine the Behir.
All right.
Hey,
I
just
didn't...
Glenn, just like you just hear this like fucking deep sigh.
Goddamn druids.
Does it have to be a druid?
She says,
Unfortunately,
I
they're
mean,
useful for some things.
I guess it doesn't have to be, but I figured the healing would be of use.
I
I could send one of my mages, if that would be
What about
great.
both?
No, I think we need to
She
work on
says,
this
well,
by,
I
exposure
am...
therapy.
She says, I'm a little bit hesitant to send too many of the Fae down there, just because of the infection possibility. That was another reason I wanted to send the druid, is because she has spells to protect herself. But
okay, just he just send the druid, but just like tell her not to talk.
Okay.
Glenn, you're being
kinda
rude.
raises an
I-
eyebrow and says, I mean, I don't think I could tell her that. That would be rude of me. She says, why don't you want the druid to speak?
I just kind of have a personal problem with druids. I don't my viewpoints and their viewpoints just don't align.
She
And
says, does this animosity towards druids help define who you are?
kind of.
Yes.
Well,
She says, interesting. I'd be curious to know more about why you have this hatred towards druids, but I will
I mean,
I will
how much
warn
time
her
you got?
to watch out for you and
Well, I
be
assure you that
respectful.
some of us grow on him once we've proven ourselves to be useful.
She nods and says, well, like
It's
I
just
said,
that
I'll
most druids don't do anything. Yeah, Freya's different. She does stuff.
well, we'll see what this one can do for the good of the realm.
For the good of the realm.
I assure
You're making
you,
a big
she's
sacrifice here, Glenn.
she is a competent person, or she would not be on the court.
What is her circle?
She is a oh jeez, what circle is she? What's the one with the spores? Spore druid.
Oh yeah, Spore Keeper or something like
She's
that.
she is a spore keeper. Yeah, I think
Oh.
that's what they're called.
Well, if we decide to go back and parlay with
says
the
it's-
druid or the death druid, they might have some things in common, I suppose.
Man, sport druids are always so fucking weird.
It does not matter what circle she was going to be. He was going to have something.
No,
to
no,
say.
I know. I'm just saying. No, I just sport druids in particular are like the weirdest type.
Oh,
I
jeez.
mean, you have, like the sport druids are like the kid in class that like, in recess doesn't have any friends and goes and like, it'll be like, look everybody, look at this beetle I caught.
I don't think he had this much sass for the pestilence druid.
I was
Prize
not
and
gonna lie.
sport
I
druid
was,
over here.
I was
kinda
heavily
cool.
considering multi-classing into a sport druid.
I
I love my
I
spore druid
play a sport druid
all
in my
these
Sunday
days.
game.
Well, Mike
Yeah.
Thrino was.
I mean, it's very fitting that your description of sport druids is actually on par with
Exactly.
this character. So.
Yeah,
It's very much
they're
that.
one of the weird druids. There's no doubt. It's like, what do you
When
do?
Lou was-
I love animals. I like,
And
you know,
mushroom.
I like, I'm a shepherd. What do you do? Oh, I like fungus.
She doesn't make good berries. She makes good shrooms.
I like,
Good shrooms,
I
love
like
it.
algae and fungus, and
Yeah,
I
except
make
every
shields
spore druid's
around
like-
myself with them. Don't question.
I grow fungus on my back.
She actually grows it on her hat.
Yeah. Come on.
when Lou was doing his Lost Continent, like West March's stuff, like I had a spore druid. She was really low level, but she She had, like, poodle moths were her swarm.
No, that's the swarm. That you're thinking of the rangers, the swarm.
She was
keepers.
she was both. Sorry,
Oh,
yeah, she
okay.
was multi-class spore druid and swarm keeper or whatever ranger. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I guess
'cause-
maybe I am mixing up the abilities.
Yeah, because the swarm keepers are a little different. Those are also like the weirdos of the ranger community.
That very
It's like-
true. Yeah.
I'm the like beekeeper of the ranger.
Yeah.
It's like Aragorn running around with a bunch of beehives on his back or something. What's wrong with that?
Well,
guy?
yeah, I mean, like my friend basically played like a poor farmer, and his swarm was just like the chickens from Legend of Zelda.
They just got crazy and started rushing.
I love
everything.
it. I love it. That's fantastic.
Aw.
Anyway, we are about at the end, so why don't we do MVP votes? And we can pick it up next time as you go look into the Be Here Lord.
Be here.
Zarathustra.
It's next week. Be here.
Be here or be here.
Well, actually, no, I'm not here next week, so I'm sorry.
Huh?
guys.
How dare
That's
I'm
right.
out. I'm out of country.
How dare
wait, what?
you?
Next week is no, it's not Christmas yet. Okay,
Christmas
because
is
we're
after.
not gonna have a session 2 weeks from now because that's Christmas, right?
I assume not. I'm probably going to be busy, but we should have a session on the 18th.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah, playable. Don't don't be held back just by me, guys. I mean, yeah.
We'll have the
I'll be here.
the Spore Druid to take your place. Be fine. It'll be a min-max Spore Druid.
No, wait, no. I'm canceling my trip. I have to be here for this.
See the min-max Spore Druid.
Right,
I
man,
get
Max
3
is
levels
Sword
of
Druid.
Spore Druid. I get an additional D6 on each of my punches, which increases my total damage output by no
That's true. Don't they add to damage, or is that just their own
D6
damage?
per hit.
Yeah,
I think
Yeah,
that's only their
they have
damage.
their
though.
symbiotic entity.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's their damage. And yeah, like I would need to take 3 levels of Spore Druid, and then I could go.
Oh,
and
you're
do that.
gonna train under this druid to get 3 levels of Spore Druid. That's a
Yeah.
lot of that's a lot for 1d6 extra damage. There are probably easier ways to do that.
No, but if I'm doing what if I'm doing 5 punches right now, so it's like it's 5 additional 5d6 damage.
True. Yeah, it's true that like a little bit of a damage boost per attack is far more powerful for some builds than others. If you're
And-
attacking that many times in a round, then that's a whole
Yeah,
different
shillelagh.
thing. Yeah.
I feel, if I haven't cast
Fine.
haste once yet, guys.
So it's a 3-way tie. Or wait, I still
haven't
need
voted.
Yeah, hurry up and vote.
Sorry, give me
Vote for the 4th
Tiebreaker.
person.
Oh gosh, now you guys are gonna know who I vote for, and this is always so hard.
Vote for the 4th person.
It's
Oh
true.
my gosh, but see, I
Just
don't
vote
know
for
who the
yourself.
well. God, I can't vote for myself. That's really hard. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
Estrella, you are the MVP.
Nuh-uh. You
No,
said it
You
was a
vote for
three-way
yourself?
tie.
That's crazy.
No,
No,
it's Glenn. Glenn, you're the MVP.
That's not possible.
I was like, that was really funny. That was pretty funny.
Well, I just said it was a 3-way
Thank
tie,
you.
so whoever you voted for is going to be the winner.
If it was a three-way tie, well, I guess that was possible. No, it wasn't possible. If it was a three-way tie before I voted and I can't vote for myself, then the only possibility was that it became a 4-way tie if I had voted for the 4th
Well,
person.
Yeah, I mean, if you voted
It
for the
couldn't have
4th
been
person, I mean,
Estrella wins.
with the yeah, well, that's why I was being silly because
Yeah,
obviously
okay,
that
gotcha.
would mean you voted for yourself. But no, it was Glenn. Well, yeah,
Awesome,
good
thank you.
job, everyone. It's a nice little.
All right, we'll get into some ruckus next. Well, maybe not. Maybe we'll go and find this storm coil and figure out how to cure him and have a really awesome draconic-esque. I don't even know what a
You can
bahir is.
three
but like,
three-person fight him.
looking thing to me. What's that?
So you can 3-person fight him. He'll be fine.
I don't want to fight him. I want him to be
Yeah,
our
it sounds
friend.
like they were talking to us about like how we might encounter its children first. So
Yeah.
maybe
That's
we'll
true.
be fighting some small bahirs, baby bahirs.
some
I'd rather
smaller.
try to avoid combat altogether if we're gonna try and like spare this thing, but I don't know. We'll see what happens.
See what we can do.
Well, Beheers
gosh.
are.
There is always trying
They're
to
not the
use
nicest
non-lethal.
creatures.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
See,
think I
have
actually
no
fought one in my
experience.
other game because I'm like, I feel like I have scars from this. Like I'm a little scared.
I have no experience with them, and the number of legs is a little bit creepy. But other than that, the picture's pretty badass.
Yeah, they're a
I think we
nasty opponent.
fought.
Did
Luke, I think yeah, Luke threw one at us when we went to the Shadowfell in my campaign.
I
Oh
might
yeah,
have.
a
Maybe
Behir?
that's where. There's a Balhaneth.
Yeah, it was there was a druid there, and we needed
Oh,
she
shush.
needed yeah, she needed us to kill a Behir for the materials to like get back home or something. Yeah, I can't remember why can't remember why, but it was just like we had to kill a Behir. She was like, all right,
Powerful essence.
Okay.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, I don't think that happened here.
they're powerful. They're pretty tough monstrosities. Usually live underground or in mountains.
Yeah, I think I definitely encountered one in my Sunday game. Yeah. It was pretty tough, if I remember. I won't say anything else.
And they look. I mean, are there different ones? Like, because this one obviously looks like maybe some sort of lightning damage. But are there different ones? Are they usually like associated with an element?
They're mostly all lightning.
Yeah, the one I fought was definitely lightning.
Yeah, and they I think are considered evil. Like they're kind of smart and evil for the most part.
So,
And their scales look really cool. I feel like if we do have to kill it, I want to harvest all its scales because I bet that could make either some really beautiful armor or possibly some really powerful armor.
mm-hmm.
It has a lot of horns too. It's a lot of feet and a lot of horns. And a lot of claws. It's very interesting art. Yeah, I've never encountered one of these out of character, like in any of my campaigns. So
I think actually that I'm remembering we ended up making armor out of the Behir, I think. So that is
like I wonder if it could be
thought.
like I suppose you could probably make armor of lightning resistance or something maybe out of it. I don't know.
Yeah, I have to go check
Or
my
some sort of
my
serpent scale armor. That would be cool.
Yeah, I think my gosh, it's been so long since we did that, and she's just had that armor for a long time, but I think it is lightning resistance.
You know what would be
Or she might
really
have given
cool, Lou? Like if we harvested these scales and you like let us make like the serpent scale armor and like I don't know once a day like when you're hit with an attack like a physical attack or something like you let it like surges lightning or something. That'd be really cool. That'd be
Yeah, like
cool
overcharges
homebrew
it.
armor.
Possible. Never gonna happen.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously that would be way too powerful to be something that would be ongoing, but like once a day, that could be a really cool little like surge, you know, even if it was just like 1d4 or something.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably some research projects you could do with that.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, armor of lightning resistance is attunement. So in my opinion, like when it's attunement, that really balances powerful magic items, you know, because you are limited in how many you can use, you know. You have to give something else up, you know, or something, you know. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's yeah, we can if you do end up
Anyway.
killing a bunch of Behir, we can talk about what you want to do with their scales.
Harvest the scales.
But let's maybe try diplomacy and stealth as option 1. I mean, we have a silver tongue, so